Hello, I am Valever Model 8, 3, N. And welcome back to Pull for Initiative, the Dungeons and Dragons livestream where the audience influences the story. My name, of course, as I said, was Valever Model 83N. And with me, I have Mint, otherwise known as NB Banshee, who will be playing today as Lisa Forrest. Go ahead and say hi to everyone, Mint, you criminal scum.
You know I hate that. You know I big don't like robots.
Sorry, had something in my throat.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone. How are y'all doing? Hope you had a good week. What's that?
Not good.
Not good.
People are dead, Benjamin.
We did leave off on a very somber note, and that might not be the last somber note. Do you want to catch everyone up on what happened last session?
No, because it was sad.
Last session, Lise did the unthinkable, laid siege to Azure Maximum Security, and has paid the price dearly. Two dear friends are now dead.
Yeah. Fuck you for that. Fuck you big time for that.
The Emperor followed shortly behind in his warship. You're not quite sure why he was so close nearby, actually. If you recall, it was a long trip out from the castle. But he seemed to get there,
pretty quick.
Shortly after the siege began.
Yeah.
However, you sped past him on the Shifting Tempest, the fastest ship in Ameris waters. However, you saw behind him, he had the Valever with him. And as you look out in front of you, past his ship, splayed out in front of you, is a naval blockade.
Mm-hmm.
The Oryn Empire was ready. And as you squint at these ships, you notice that all of these ships are manned by other Valever units.
Oh, God.
And we left off with you asking Soft Taco to claim a new toy in the form of an orange ship.
Well, Crunchwrap Supreme, but...
Oh, that's right. Crunchwrap Supreme, not Soft Taco. My bad. Anyway, point is, the massive form of this baby Kraken shadow underneath your ship rushes forward as you write the words in your book to the Shifting Tempest. Do you write anything to the Shifting Tempest or no?
Oh, well, I don't know. Last stream, I was just like, there's gonna be an opening. Like, be ready for it, I guess.
I will say some quick things I wanted to clarify. So last time we did a naval battle with your ship, I realized the stats on your ship didn't feel like they stacked up to the description of your ship. So I've kind of buffed your ship a little bit.
Nice. As you should.
Effectively, you are twice as fast as most larger naval vessels. I believe the speeds were, 55 and 70 when sailing into the wind, and then 15 when sailing against the wind.
I can't remember.
You no longer have a penalty for sailing against the wind.
Nice.
You will now sail 100 feet when sailing perpendicular to the wind, and then if you're sailing into the wind, you get a maximum speed of 140 feet per turn.
Oh.
So that felt more fitting for the fastest ship on Ameris waters.
Yeah. I agree.
And so let's pick up where we left off.
Alrighty.
You are standing on the mast of the Shifting Tempest, the front mast, as you just taunted the Emperor of Oryn.
Yeah.
And as you finish having your Captain Jack Sparrow moment.
Yeah, my flourish of middle fingers and hats.
You look behind you and you see Merlin has appeared back onto the ship, but he is very worse for wear. His long gray hair is like kind of soaked in blood a little bit, and he's got a couple streams of blood coming down his face. He pulls out that condensed wheelchair and it expands, and he climbs back into it, and he says, hope I was able to buy you enough time, Lise.
Yeah, first of all, don't ever do that again. Second of all, we will have this conversation later, but I've lost enough fucking friends today. God damn it.
He says, yeah, let's face forward for now. Foxbud is at your right side, and you see Robin and Helga setting down Brick and Twitch dead on the back deck, on the central deck of your ship. And Cassandra rushes up the deck to stand next to you and says, are we really doing this?
Yeah, can you heal Merlin, like, really quick? Like, I know, like, look, he's already very old, and he's gonna die probably soon if we don't help him. And I know that shouldn't be my main concern, but it is, like, number 2 on the list.
How many spells did Cassandra use last time? Ugh.
Not that many. She only used up...
I feel like it was a 4th level, was it? And then...
I used a lot of 3rd level spells. I don't remember if I actually used a 4th level.
Okay. I'll just leave it to the 2 3rd level spells then.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, before we do that, though, I'm going to need you to roll for initiative for yourself and Cassandra. I have rolled for everyone else.
Okay.
Helga did amazing. What with her advantage on initiative, she rolled a nat 20.
Nice. Cassandra got 23. And Lise got 6.
23 and 6.
Yeah.
Interesting. So even though Helga got a nat 20, Cassandra will be going before her.
Yeah.
She's just not fast enough to keep up with Cassandra.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm forcing Merlin to the bottom of the initiative order. He's a little tuckered out.
Okay.
All right. In that case, Cassandra is top of the initiative order.
She heals Merlin.
Okay. What is she casting?
He looks pretty fucked up, right?
He's certainly bloodied.
And it's not just him, right? Other people are fucked up too. Who all is fucked up? Who's all fucked up?
Helga's a little banged up. Fuse looks mostly fine.
Oh, I see. Helga's taken a little bit of damage.
Robin looks fine.
Robin looks fine. Blah. All right. She's gonna do a 4th level prayer of healing.
Okay.
And just heal everyone who's been hurt.
Okay.
So that's 4d8 plus 4. So I'll roll
48.
that. Yeah, 48. $21.
All right.
Everyone gets 21 healing.
Merlin's wounds close up a bit. He actually doesn't look bloodied as much anymore. There's still like blood caked in his hair and whatnot, but he looks a little more there now.
That's good.
And I think so Helga is looking right as rain. Fuse is also looking perfectly fine. I guess Foxbud was missing an HP.
Yeah, he gets a little something.
Yeah, he feels slightly peppier.
Great. The little paper cut that he got. No, the little bruise on his ankle that he got when he fell weird is gone.
Well, he doesn't really get bruises or cuts or anything. He becomes less corporeal. He
was just you wouldn't have even noticed it.
Slightly wiggly.
Not hardly noticeable at all.
All right, and is that all for Cassandra's turn?
Yeah, I think she used up almost all of her bardics, so I think she maybe has one left. I can't remember. You're in control of her sheet, so you only marked one, but I know that she used cutting words a few times.
Oh yeah, no, she used it a second time. I just didn't mark it the second time.
Well, no, I think she used it at least 3 times. I'm saying I think she has. Yes.
All right, I'll trust you on that third one. I don't recall the third one.
Yeah, I'm almost positive.
Okay. Okay, so in that case, next up is Helga.
I don't know what you want me to do here, buddy. We're on a ship very far away from any other ship. The ship is steering itself. I don't really need anyone to do that, right?
Nope, she can ready an action by a cannon if you want.
Yeah, I guess she'll ready an action too as we pass the other ships to just blow them to high hell.
Okay. All right. And in that case, next up is Ship A. First ship here, dead center. And there are 4 Valever units manning the cannons on the right side, and they all fire at once on the Shifting Tempest.
Great.
You actually hear one of them call out,
"Surrender now, and you will be shown mercy. Surrender now, and you will be shown mercy."
Place is you know what? I really hate that, actually. That, resonating, hollow way that they sound. I hate that.
You see, I knew when I was writing this section that you were going to hate this, which is all the more reason why I had to do it.
You're so mean to me. For anyone who doesn't know, or, it doesn't really matter, but I really don't like robots. They're it's clowns and robots are no thank you. I am perfectly all good.
Ooh, this is gonna hurt. 3 of those cannonballs hit.
Uh-oh.
Boom, 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 boom. You hear as these 4 cannons fire. One hits the water next to your ship. The other 3 connect directly with it. And I just realized I didn't set your actual health on screen. Give me 1 second to update that.
Great.
My bad. I didn't expose that to you. Let me actually expose all these really quick. Your sails are in blue and... Actually, no. You don't have separate values. That's right.
What?
The Shifting Tempest, since it's one organism, you don't have, separate, health bars. like the sails will heal if they get damaged because it's one creature.
Right.
So you just have one flat health bar for the Shifting Tempest.
You know, that's a lot less complicated, actually. It's probably for the best.
Anyway, the Shifting Tempest takes 53 points of damage as these 3 cannonballs plunge into its masts and hull.
Great.
And I just realized, why is it not showing up for you? Hang on. Something's going on with this. Oh, I have to set it so you can see it. Ugh. Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
There we go. Now you can see the actual values. Yes, so you have 750 total health. You just took 53 damage. Next up is Fuse.
I don't control him.
Yeah, he says, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Ah! And I think he runs up to stand next to you. And he is looking to you for guidance.
I point to one of the cannons and I'm like, you feel like making a cannon explode when the time is ready? Time is right?
He says, big booms! And Cassandra says, we had those explosives, right?
Yes, we do. I load up the fucking explosives.
The explosives are kind of in the corner part of the deck back here. But when Cassandra says explosives, his eyes light up.
Oh, buddy, you're gonna love this.
He dashes toward them.
Yeah.
And next up is Ship B.
Oh.
Slightly north from the Ship A, which is going to angle itself a bit as it aims to fire on the Shifting Tempest as well. You know, my biggest complaint about Roll20 is I wish they would, like, scale the movement toggles for large scenes.
Yeah.
All right. You hear more of those Valever on the ship.
Surrender now, and you will be given mercy. Surrender now, and you will be given mercy.
Why do I not feel like that's true?
Okay, only one shot lands. Boom, 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 boom! These 4 cannons fire, and only one shot connects, the others plummeting into the water. Not bad damage roll on it, though. The Shifting Tempest takes 21 additional points of damage.
God damn.
And next up is the Shifting Tempest.
Okay.
And you want it to just kind of sail forward, right?
Yeah, well, what does it look like Crunchwrap Supreme is gonna get there before we do?
Oh yes. Oh yes. The
Okay.
shadow is very close to the ship.
Okay, yeah. So then, yeah, just if it can go as far forward as possible, and then it can't, like, it wouldn't be able to then, like, turn a little bit, could it?
Why would you want it to turn?
So that I could fire the cannons.
I will say, if you turn, you're not going to get the maximum speed boost. You can turn, yes.
Nah, that's fine. I'll just go
But
forward.
that maximum, like, 140 feet of movement, that comes from sailing into the wind, like, straight into the wind the whole time.
That's fine. Yeah, I'll just go forward then.
Okay. Let me pull out my 100-foot token here so I can quickly measure this out. So it's like that. So that's 100 feet. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 140 feet.
Nice.
Uh-oh. I don't know how to move the token now. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Roll 20, please. Surrender the token.
The token is now a part of the ship.
No, we're good. Okay. You sail forward 140 feet, and you see Crunchwrap Supreme, his shadow is just nearly under Ship A. Next up in the order is Robin. And she gets up from her kneeling position. You can see that she doesn't really want to get up and leave Brick and Twitch. But you also see fury in her eyes.
I point to the explosives and I'm like, feel free to, load up a cannon as we pass.
She runs over and grabs as many as she can in her arms, like these cannonballs in her arms, like she's grabbing like a bunch of them, which is incredibly heavy. These are steel balls. But you see that she is like guided by adrenaline right now.
Yeah.
Next up is Ship C, who is also going to slowly rotate to fire on your ship. Oh, didn't mean to do that. God, these fucking movement toggles, dude. Sorry, it's taking me a hot second. There we go. They rotate to fire on you as well. More of those Valever units.
Surrender now, and you will be given mercy. Surrender now, and you will be given mercy.
Shut the hell up already. I'm tired of it.
All right, 2 of the shots hit. They fire the 4 cannons. Boom, 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 boom. 2 land in the water, and 1 connects with the mast above your head, Lise. Splinters shooting out as like the ship like repairs itself in real time. Splinters appearing where the others exploded out from. Great. And your ship takes an additional 46 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Next up is you, Lise.
What should I do? How far away are we from? No, because this ship's probably gonna go, so I'm not close enough to do any spell stuff.
Let's see. Whoop. You are... That's 100 feet. And that's 200 feet, so you're less than 200 feet away.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to attack the ship in front of me, because that's where Crunchwrap Supreme's gonna go, so, like, that's not gonna do anything. And I was saying the other 2 ships are too far away.
Let's see. 100 feet. Whoop. God damn it. 200 feet. 300 feet.
Yeah, no. Best I got is 150.
Gotcha.
Fuck it. I'd grab a cannonball.
Okay. Go ahead and rush back. Do you want to take a dash action?
Yeah.
With the dash action, you can get all the way back here.
The screen is fucked up for me. The boat and the people are not aligned.
You might need to refresh.
How do I refresh?
Like refresh your webpage.
God, this map is huge. Okay, yeah, that's better. Sorry.
Technical difficulties. There's one for the bingo. Yeah, if there were a bingo card, it would be specifically Roll20 technical difficulties.
Yeah. Okay, wait, so I got there with a dash action?
Yes.
Okay, well, I can't do anything else, so.
What does Foxbud do?
He's just gonna hang out.
He's gonna look pretty.
Yeah. He can't carry a cannonball.
All right. And in that case, ships D and E are gonna take their actions as well. And what in the world? God, Roll20 is being very weird today. I can't zoom out all the way. It like breaks everything if I try to. Which is quite annoying. Roll20, please. Yes, those ships also rotate to fire on you.
Great.
And of course, more Valever telling you to surrender, and you'll be given peace.
Yeah, no.
Honestly, maybe you should take them up on it.
No, honestly, you should shut the hell up.
That will be a total of 8 attacks.
Great.
Let me see how many of those connect.
0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
Oh, it's more than 0. Ooh,
No.
It's 5 of them.
No, that's so many.
Oof. Oh, let me do a quick calculator for this one. Uh-oh. Ooh, a lot of D10 just hit the fucking table. As these cannonballs connect with your ship, your ship takes 112 points of damage.
Great.
You guys are basically getting hit by a fucking hailstorm of cannonballs right now.
Fantastic.
And that is toward the bottom of the order. Merlin is now going to take his turn. Let's see.
She looks at him and says, "If you get out of that goddamn chair again, I'll kick your ass. Sit your ass down."
He doesn't seem to really listen to you when you say that. All right. Interesting. He is going to head toward the north side of your ship, and he casts a spell.
How does he have
casts
range?
He casts Wall of Force on the north side of your ship.
What's that?
And basically, what Wall of Force does is you see these like semi-transparent, like purplish tiles extend out on the side of your ship, and they extend out until like about midway through your ship. You see he's trying to extend it further, but he just can't quite muster that magic. But it's this massive rectangle of just these semi-transparent tiles. And the Shifting Tempest now has half cover from attacks coming from the north.
All right.
And with that, we are back to top of the order. And you see that shadow has made its way to the ship in front of you.
Nice.
The Valever stand up from their cannons for just a moment, and one of them begins crying out in a elevated volume.
Warning! Warning! Unknown object underneath ship. Warning! Warning!
And as it's saying that, these tentacles extend out from underneath the water and wrap themselves around the ship. And I'm actually going to need to run a poll here, chat.
Oh.
So, really quickly, chat, will Crunchwrap... Okay, hang on. I have to find my options here. This plugin's not wanting to work with me. There we go. Crunchwrap Supreme does one more thing before him and Soft Taco leave. What is it? One for he plays with his new toy a bit, or two for he plays with Lise a bit. And go ahead and vote in chat. I will say that both of these are kind of good options.
Interesting.
That's your teaser.
Interesting. He's a good boy, either way. It's fantastic. And I love him.
But yes, these tentacles wrap around the ship, and you actually see the boards like straining as you hear those Valever continue to say,
Warning! 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 Warning!
and then suddenly the ship is yanked underwater, and you see Valever
Oh no! Oh no!
flying in every direction as the ship is yanked underwater. And it looks like the poll is that he's gonna play with his new toy a bit. Great.
Fantastic. He's earned it.
So moments after you see that ship disappear under the water, it reappears. But it's facing the other direction now. And it crashes into this other ship immediately. And with such force, boom! Like, the ship is literally ripped in half as it collides with it. And Valever on that ship also begin calling out,
Warning! Warning! Vessel collision imminent! Vessel collision! Oh no!
Oh no.
and the ship splits in half and sinks shockingly fast as more Valever are thrown into the water, and this ship once again disappears beneath the surface.
Nice.
You are now left with only 3 ships in the immediate vicinity.
Fuck yeah. This is like, let's go, Crunchwrap! Fuck yeah! That's what being a Kraken's all about!
And you now have a massive opening before you to clear the blockade, 2 ships length of opening.
Nice.
We are back to top of the order, Cassandra.
So the Shifting Tempest is a mimic. So it is an alive creature, and therefore I can cast spells on it. So Cassandra is going to cast Death Ward on the Shifting Tempest.
Okay.
Just in case, it seems like things are going our way, but if it takes any damage, the first time the target would drop to 0 hit points. As a result of taking damage, the target instead drops to 1 hit point and the spell ends. So,
All right.
Just a 4th level Death Ward, precautionary measures.
All right. She casts this spell, and you see as this like purplish necrotic energy kind of like reverberates throughout the ship. Yes, it is guarded against 1 hit below 0.
It's abjuration magic, not necromancy.
Oh, it's abjuration. Interesting.
Yes.
I would not have guessed that.
Because it's a ward.
That's true. That's true. My instincts were wrong.
Yeah. Anyway, that's Cassandra's turn.
All right. And next up in the order is Helga.
Helga's also going to get one of those cannonballs and load it into her cannon.
Okay. Helga heads over toward the cannonballs. 20, 25, 30. I think Robin is like distributing them out to everyone.
Yeah, that's fair.
And Ship A will no longer be taking a turn.
No.
Next up is Fuse.
If he's got his cannonball,
he grabs like a handful of them and kind of sits off to the side here, and like he starts tinkering.
All right, he's gonna do some fucked up shit with that, and that's okay. At least like looks and like sees what he's doing, and it's just like, all right, and like I'm not even gonna bother with that.
He has this absolutely crazed look in his eye, and like you actually see he like opens up like the cork on one of these explosive cannonballs and like sees what they contain inside, and like his eyes somehow get even wider, and he goes
Great. This is like, this is good for us, probably.
And he spends his turn doing whatever he's doing.
Great.
And next up in the order is Ship B, who fires on the Shifting Tempest.
You're welcome to. You're welcome to try.
The Valever call out again.
Surrendering will get you a reduced sentence. Surrendering will get you a reduced sentence.
Oh yeah. Nice. So 3 of the shots collide with the water, and the 4th, you see actually, like, maybe you look up and you see this ball, like, almost feels like it's coming directly at you to hit the ship. And then it hits that barrier, and you see, like, waves ripple out from it as it stops in its tracks and plummets into the water.
Hell yeah.
Merlin says, well, if I'm good for one thing, it's for buying you time, Lise.
She says, okay, you're good for a lot more than that.
And next up is the Shifting Tempest.
Run. Lisa's like, run, go.
You head another 140 feet out. You are sailing directly into the wind. To right about there. You are dead center, like, well, not dead center, but nearly dead center with these remaining 3 ships.
As soon as we're close, everyone who's at a cannon gets to fire.
Okay. I wouldn't say you're quite angled there, but next turn you certainly will be.
Okay.
Next up is Robin. She actually rolls a couple extra cannonballs over to Fuse, and she's just like, just trust me, he's gonna do something great.
Yeah.
And she rushes over to start loading cannonballs in.
Great.
And next up in the order is another one of the ships, Ship C. Who actually, I don't know if they can fire on you now. Oh, I know, Ship C is the one that sank. I was looking at Ship D. Ship C sank, so they are no longer in the initiative order.
Great.
Yeah, they were the one down here. So, next up is Ulysses.
They were a casualty of war. Yeah, she grabs a cannonball and dashes to probably the far side cannons. Because we're not going to be close enough to hit this ship down here, are we?
No, you will be.
Okay.
Cannons have really far range.
All right. Yeah, I guess she'll just head to, like, I don't know, this cannon.
They are
She's
cannons after all.
She's like, all right. Loads them up.
All right. You can also ready an action. I'm treating Robin as having readied an action, basically meaning that once the Shifting Tempest takes its turn and is like between them all, she instantly fires.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. I'm gonna just note you guys. Next up in the order is Ship D and E, and I don't think Ship D can even fire on you anymore without firing on their comrades. Yeah, no. You are fully in the way, or they are fully in the way of their shot, so...
Nice.
However, Ship E absolutely can. There's nothing in their way. And so, of course, they do. Oh. Sorry, Roll20 is once again fighting me. Okay. You have no defenses on the south side. Ooh, 3 of those shots hit.
Oh, God.
Boom, boom, boom! Those 3 cannons fire. The 4th, boom, plummets directly into the water. But your ship takes an additional 65 points of damage as you see above you, one rips clean through the masts, and you see the stitches trying to like repair themselves. Another collides into the helm, the wheel slowly reforming. But you see below your feet the boards that were like this like rich, like freshly like varnished wooden color are slowly turning grayer.
Oh, no.
And next up is Merlin. Who? What other cool shit can Merlin do? Let's see here.
I'm sure a lot. Merlin's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the problem with having, with playing wizard characters as a DM, because there's like so much more to think about with them.
Yeah.
I can't like ready whatever spell I'm gonna use for when it's my turn. You know what? I think he's maybe gonna be slightly selfish here. And he's going to cast Stone Skin on himself.
Yeah. Go right ahead, Merlin.
I guess I'll just do brown for stone. I don't know. Yeah, he casts this on himself, and you see like his skin cracks a bit, as like he starts to look like a stone golem sitting in this wheelchair, and continues to hold up that magic barrier on the north side.
This is like, oh, didn't know we could do that.
And we are back to top of the order, Cassandra.
You know, Cassandra's gonna...
So the Thing from Fantastic Four, yeah, he is now the Thing.
I don't know how much this will actually do, but we'll give it a try.
Okay.
Let's do a 5th level Cure Wounds on the Tempest and see what that gives us.
Okay.
5d8 plus 4. 6. 11. 13. 15. 19. 20, 22, 23. 23.
Sure. Cassandra casts Cure Wounds, and you see as the boards actually get slightly browner. They get some of their color back as she does that.
She's trying.
And next up is Helga. That was a 5th level?
Yeah, I rolled low on some of them.
Gotcha.
Helga takes her ball and runs to a cannon.
Okay. Which cannon, north or south?
South.
Okay. She brings it next to you. I think she just follows what you're doing.
Yeah.
It go okay. We are readying these cannons.
Yes. Because
Okay.
Robin and Fuse got those ones, and so we'll take these ones.
All right, and she also readies an action. You are all ready to fire once it's the Shifting Tempest's turn. Next
Nice.
up is Fuse, and he continues doing whatever he's doing, and he brings it with him to this cannon here.
All right.
And just general as he's doing it.
Great. This is the sound of victory.
And next up is Ship B, who's going to fire on you guys again. They continue to rotate as you get closer, and fire 4 shots at you.
Great.
Oh wow, okay. Damn. This spell's really good. Yeah. 2 of the shots plummet into the water, and additional 2 cannonballs hit that barrier that Merlin has up, and they fall into the water with a loud crash.
Nice.
And with that, we are on to the Shifting Tempest.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Let me quickly measure out how far you guys get. Okay. So you get to right about here, which is perfectly positioned to fire on the Ship B and Ship E.
Nice.
And so you do. And as you get to this point, you, Robin, and Helga all see your chances. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me with a +5 to hit.
All right. 21 to hit.
Nice. So all of these shots hit.
Great.
Go ahead and roll 4d10 for me, and then do an additional 4d10.
Okay. Okay. Well, I gotta write this down.
I can just roll it for you if you want.
No, I got it.
Helga's shot rings out and connects clean with like the hull of the ship, and does 51 points of damage.
Jesus Christ. She's rolling better than me. 43 for Elise.
Okay. Yours also collides perfectly with the hull of the ship. They did not like that, and then boom! Both of these explode, and you see boards sent out away from the ship. And finally, Robin fires and does 62 points of damage as it hits clean into the side of the north ship and explodes, sending boards every which way. However, something else happens as you get to this point. As the Shifting Tempest sails are fully fucking full of winds, and you are sailing at full speed out of this blockade, suddenly you see on one of the banisters toward the back of the ship a hand grabs on.
I knew it. They're robots. They don't need to breathe. Fuck.
And the Valever begin climbing onto your ship, soaked from the water. 4 of them, actually. A second one in the back grabs onto the banister. Toward the front, another grabs onto the banister, actually ripping out one of the boards. And another climbs up on top of this cannon. And there are now 4 Valevers on your ship.
Oh, God.
Repeating over and over again.
Surrender now, and you will be granted mercy. Surrender now, and you will be granted mercy.
Great.
And I'm going to roll initiative for these guys. But let me expose their name tags to you. So... Alright. Oh, I didn't expose this guy's name tag. Alright. A, B, C, and D. There we go.
Great.
And we're gonna roll initiative for them really quick. Alright. having to drop all these guys into the initiative order. Don't want to forget no one. All right. All right. And with that, Valever A is going to take his turn.
He rolled high. Oh, wait. Okay, I see. They're just entering the initiative where we are.
Yep. He isn't able to attack, but he dashes toward you, Lise.
Oh, God. Help.
And the next one makes it over to Fuse.
Oh, God.
And rolls an attack. Okay. Swings twice, but only one connects. And does 6 points of damage to Fuse. Not too bad.
No. Oh. And he's still blessed, so he's still, he's fine.
Yeah. And with that, we are back into the normal initiative order. Next up is Robin.
Help, Fuse girl.
She actually walks forward and grabs Fuse and yanks him back, throwing him to the cannon she was just on. And draws her short sword. But that was her action, was moving Fuse.
Right.
Next up is Valever C, who is going to head to the nearest target, attacks Foxbud.
No!
Leave him alone.
I doubt an 11 hits. Does a 16 hit?
An 11 does not hit, 16 does hit.
Okay. Does 7 points of damage to Foxbud.
Okay.
The good continues.
News is...
Huh?
Continues.
Good.
I was going to say the good news is we're on the ship. So if he goes down, we don't have to wait somewhere for him to come back.
And it continues calling out,
Surrender now, and you will be granted mercy.
and Foxbud kind of just like cocks his head at him, confused.
Yeah.
Next up is Valever D, who is going to attack the nearest target, Cassandra.
God damn it. I was hoping that at least some of them rolled high so she could go before them.
Okay, I think a 17 probably hits Cassandra, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And next up is Ulysses.
This is like, oh god, help. Elise is going to... Let's start off with something smart, probably. Let's do 3rd level false life.
Okay.
So that's 1d4 plus 14. 16.
All right. You take on 16 false life.
Yes.
As those bones crack out and form like armor around you.
Yes. And then as a... Let's see. It's within 5 feet of you. Lise is going to... How can she do this? Within 5 feet of you. Can Lise walk over here, just like to the other side of him? Because she's not leaving his attack range or anything. She's just moving around him.
Sure.
Okay, so she's going to use her movement to do that. And then Mantle of Flame as her bonus action.
Okay. All right. You form a mantle of flame around yourself. It's for 5 feet, right?
Yes.
Interesting. So you cast that out. I just realized I was on my player monitor. Let me form that for you really quick here. Does that look right? No. Huh? Oh. Okay, I don't know that I can turn on the aura. I don't know that it'll let me. Yeah, I can't because ship is a token. Ugh, roll 20. Okay. So we'll just have to keep in mind that anything within 5 feet of you takes that damage. And if it ends its turn
Yes.
in range of you?
If it causes damage to you from within 5 feet of you, touches you, or ends its turn within 5 feet of you.
Okay. Sounds good. As you do that, we move into the next turns for ships D and E. D actually cannot hit you and is now trying to maneuver to spin around so that it can chase after you.
Oh, the ship. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yes. Oh yeah, not the Valever, the ship D.
Yeah.
And then ship E has actually sailed forward a bit. You get the feeling they're going to be entering a chase with you.
Well, we are faster, so we will win.
And fires again on you. Okay. Ooh, okay, nat 20. Okay.
No.
One of those shots misses, but the other three connect handily. And one like kind of lands like dead center of your ship and kind of fucks up one of the masts too. As it tears through like one edge of your ship, flies out, hits the mast, and like knocks the mast over temporarily.
Oh.
You see actually a little bit of that like purplish flesh of the mimic underneath form new boards, and pull the mast back up.
Gross.
What were you saying?
I forgot to take Foxbow's turn.
Oh, okay. We can do that right after this. It shouldn't affect anything.
Mhm.
And your ship takes a grand total of 92 points of damage.
Oh my god. That
Yeah.
death ward's looking pretty good right now.
And okay, so Foxbud.
Yeah. He's gonna move next to Merlin, so he's within 5 feet of him. And then he's going to cast Blink on himself.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's his action.
I think he gets to roll to see if he's gonna disappear, right?
Yeah, he gets a 9, so he stays.
All right, he stays in this plane of existence. All right, and next up is Merlin. Merlin, old buddy, what do you got in here for me? What does this old man got for me here?
You got another banish in you, buddy?
He actually... Sorry, give me 1 second. He casts Magic Missile. However, he casts it at a 6th level.
Oh, God.
Let's see. So that would be... eight magic missiles.
Jesus Christ.
Ooh, he rolled kind of well too. So that's 28 points of damage on this Valever. As he is pelted with all of this force magic.
Jesus Christ.
He didn't like that.
Yeah.
And continues to hold up the barrier with his other hand.
Great.
And next up is top of the order, Cassandra.
Cassandra sees this thing approach her, and she goes, immediately no, immediately no, immediately no.
Oh, is she afraid of robots?
No, I think she just doesn't like it at all. So she's gonna do something fucking really cool and awesome.
Okay.
She is going to cast Arcane Hand.
I had a feeling you were going to like this one.
Yes.
Would you like to explain to the audience what Arcane Hand does?
Arcane Hand is a motherfucking beast. You create a large hand of shimmering, translucent force in an unoccupied space that you can see within range. The hand lasts for the spell's duration and moves at your command, mimicking the movements of your own hand. The hand is an object that has an AC of 20 and hit points equal to your hit point maximum. It has a strength of 26, which is a +8, and a dexterity of 10, which is +0. And it can do a bunch of really amazing shit, like really strong fucking shit.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do with it, so I wanted to go first, but because we're no longer within 5 feet of I was gonna push this bitch off the edge, but because he's not within 5 feet of the edge anymore. So, she's gonna summon this giant fucking arcane hand, clench her fist, and punch as hard as she possibly can.
Okay.
So it is a melee spell attack that melee spell attacks using your game statistics. Yes. Okay, so melee spell attack. Unarmed is... Do I just roll? What's her Melee. What does she get to a melee attack? Plus what?
Cassandra, hang on. I can't remember what her strength was.
Her strength is 14, so she gets a +2. So is that what her plus is for an unarmed strike?
It's that +1, I think. Or no, it's plus. It's +6. It's an unarmed strike is a +6 for her because of her proficiency bonus.
Okay. Oh wait, but do I use
pull up her sheet?
Do I use the hands strength instead?
Yeah. It was a strength of +8, right?
Yeah.
Does it say what its proficiency bonus is?
No.
Does it tell you what its hit bonus is?
Hit points equal to your hit point maximum.
Because I'm not going to let it use a proficiency bonus if it doesn't tell us what its proficiency is.
Yeah, I don't think it has proficiency.
Okay. So then, yeah, you'd probably just use that flat, what was it, +8?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Oh, yeah. 25 to hit.
Okay, yeah, that'll do it.
Takes 4d8 force damage.
Ooh. She's trying to one-up Merlin.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna just fucking roll this on her thing. Actually, oh no, I don't have control of her thing. Never mind. All right. 7 plus 2, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 points of force damage.
Oof. Okay. Okay, she didn't quite one-up Merlin, but she got close.
Yeah.
And yeah, boom, this giant fist collides with him directly in the face. And it says,
Warning, warning, system diagnostics necessary. System diagnostic run necessary.
Yeah. And this is a concentration spell, and it lasts for a minute, I believe. So
yeah. So anytime she takes damage, she has to roll to maintain her concentration.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Next up is Helga.
Helga's going to help Lise.
All right.
And because she can come here, and since it's not within 5 feet, she does not take fire damage. But she will enter a... Should I Frenzy Rage and risk another level of exhaustion? No, we're just gonna regular rage.
Okay.
We're just gonna regular rage, I think. So she won't get that extra weapon attack as her bonus action, but she is going to no, should she? So she still gets extra attack. So she still gets to attack twice. She just doesn't get that. She doesn't get that third attack as her bonus action because she's not reckless raging. But
yes.
She is, as her first attack, she is going to. Well, she used her bonus action to enter a rage anyway. But she is going to reckless attack the very first time. So she gets advantage on her attack rolls, but then until her next turn, attack rolls against her also have advantage.
Okay, but the reckless attack, you just said that was a bonus action?
No, it's just a type of attack. You just have to announce what kind of attack it is. The frenzy attack is for something else.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and roll those attacks.
She gets to make 2 attacks with advantage. Nat 20.
Oh, nice. Okay.
and a 26. So that nat 20 was technically a 30 because she gets a plus 10 to hit, and then 26 to hit.
Yep.
So those, I'm assuming, both hit, and she does, 2d6 plus 6. 4. First one does 10 damage.
Okay. Are you adding the?
Yes. Second one does 16. Yeah, I rolled poorly.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to make sure. Yeah, she's already used her bonus.
Well, with the nat 20, one of those should have been a crit.
Oh, okay. So it was the first one. So that would be
another 10.
Oh. Yes. Yeah.
All right. Boom, boom, boom. She like ping pongs him back and forth with those 2 hits. I think that's why it was a crit. Maybe the first shot, boom, made the Valever tip off to the side, say,
"Oh no! Warning! Oh no!"
And then swung around and like as he was falling into the hit, swung as hard as she could and crit him. His armor is very dented now.
I like to think that she fucking did that thing where she like spun her maul in the air, caught it, and then uppercut him.
Yes, basically that. One of his eyes actually flickers a little bit, and he pink like slaps the side of his head, and it flickers back on.
Great.
And with that, next up is Fuse, who's about to do something really cool.
Awesome.
You look over, he pulls something, he lifts something to the air, that's, it's like the weirdest, like, he's like packed in more gunpowder. There's like pieces of the other, steel balls, like glued onto the sides. He's like, there's like a tube sticking out of like the gunpowder hole. It's the strangest looking thing. He's got like a wire running out of that, and somewhere else it doesn't look like a cannonball anymore. And he says, and he loads it up into the cannon.
Uh-oh.
And lights a match and lights the fuse. And then he covers his ears and he says, "You better cover your ears!"
Oh no. He's like, oh no.
And boom! Like the whole ship like rocks to one side as it slowly rocks back, and you see this like strange thing go and hit the other ship. Let's hope it actually connects.
Yeah.
Okay, it does. Poof, collides into the side of it. And does, at first, 24 points of damage. It seems kind of lackluster.
Okay.
But then, after a few seconds, it explodes.
Oh god.
Inside the ship. And the ship takes another 30 points of damage. However, it doesn't stop there.
Yeah.
When it explodes, you actually see, like, shrapnel shoot out of the inside of the ship, cutting through the deck of the ship and landing at different points in the ship. And you actually hear one of the Valever say,
"Warning, unknown substance on board deck. Warning, unknown substance on board." Uh-oh.
And those 5 bits of shrapnel also explode.
Great.
And do an additional 43 points of damage.
Nice.
So the initial explosion shoots the shrapnel out. The shrapnel lands everywhere. explodes everywhere else. One of the Valever actually falls overboard.
Good.
Oh no! Oh no!
Lands in the water. They now only have 3 Valever on this ship to fire cannons at you.
Nice.
And the ship is pretty badly damaged.
Hell yeah.
And Fuse says, "There's more where that came from."
Oh God. This just gives him a thumbs up.
He sees that and he jumps up and down excitedly. He's like doing that thing where like his arms are like by his sides and his fists are clenched and like his elbows squared off and he's like bouncing excitedly.
Nice.
And he prepares to load another one in. And with that, we are next in the order.
Oh.
Next up is Ship B that just got fucked up pretty bad.
Great.
They actually rotate to face your ship and begin moving much like the other ship to try and keep up with you. Let's see. Don't get very far, but do manage to somewhat keep up with you and fire 3 shots on you as one of their cannoneers just went overboard.
Great.
Okay. So one of the shots plummets into the water. Another collides with Merlin's wall and falls into the water. But a third actually manages to punch through. One of those semi-transparent banners flickers for just a moment, allowing the cannonball to just barely make it through and collides with your ship.
Oh man. Not my ship.
And the Shifting Tempest takes another 26 points of damage,
Great.
effectively undoing the healing that Cassandra applied to it.
Look, it saved us a little bit, you know?
Yeah. You healed it enough to take an extra cannonball.
Yeah.
All right, and next up in the order is Valever A, who is, I think still facing you, Lise, so it's going to attack you.
Yeah, you go for it, buddy. Shield.
Shield? Okay, for which one?
The first one.
Bad pick. The first one was a nat 1. Collides
Great.
with your shield. The next one was let me check my plus to hit. 21 to hit.
That wouldn't have saved me anyway.
Yeah, that's true. And so wait, hang on. There we go. Does 7 points of damage to you.
Great.
But I believe that means, and it only takes it out of that false life, but I believe that means he takes damage, yeah?
Yep, he takes 4 points of fire damage for hitting me.
All right. He hits you and that fire flares up. And he says,
Warning! Chassis has reached unacceptable heat levels.
and actually you see blood come out. Not red blood though. You see like this blue liquid start spilling out from the like seams of the armor.
Gross.
And next up is Valever B.
He also ended his turn with a Mantle of Flame, so he takes another 4 fire damage.
Good point. He does. And then, okay, yeah, so now we are on to Valever B. He attacks Robin. Ooh, okay. A 23 and then a nat 20. Nice.
Great. Great.
Sorry, I'm doing math in my head. 25 points of damage.
Oh god.
With his long sword. Shink, shink, slashes Robin twice. Hits her real good. She's bloodied.
Oh no. Okay.
And next up is the Shifting Tempest. Which is going to continue just beelining out of here. Let me measure out how far you guys get. The way I see it, once you get to the edge of the map, I'm gonna say that you've managed to outrun them.
Okay.
And they will get like one more round of attacks on you before you're out of sight.
Okay.
But you are kind of past the blockade now. However, I just realized after you said that, the Shifting Tempest also technically ended its turn within range of you. So you actually burned the Shifting Tempest for 4 points of fire damage.
Okay.
I think, doesn't Mantle of Flame like also like light things on fire, or is that just Fireball?
Yeah, I guess if anything is flammable within the 5 feet, it lights on fire.
The Shifting Tempest catches on fire.
Great.
In like a circle around you, and takes 5 points of fire damage.
Great.
As you light your ship on fire. You're actually beginning to see, by the way, there's like purple ooze kind of coming out of some of the cracks between the floorboards here. Your ship is bloodied.
Yeah. That's not good.
The boards are getting pretty gray. Next up in the order is Robin. She is in a not great spot right now, and is kind of unsure what to do, I think. Give me 1 second. I don't know if you've caught on yet, but she's not much of a fighter. What can she do? What can I do to help here? Yeah, I think she's just gonna swing and attack.
Okay.
Okay, connects that attack. That's good. Hits it. Ooh, for actually 8 points of damage. That's not bad for her stats. Hits this Valever. It barely seems to make a difference, though. She is like not willing to back down, though. She has pure fury in her eyes. Next up is Valever C. It's going to attack Foxbud.
Oh no.
16 and 24.
Yeah, those both hit.
All right. Okay, good news. The damage was a really bad rolls, though. He only takes 10 points of damage.
Nice.
Next up is Valever D, who is going to attack Cassandra. 21 and 11. 21 hits, I assume.
Yeah.
Oh my god. 4 damage. Alright, I'm not using that die anymore. I've rolled poorly 3 times in a row.
Cassandra's pretty cool.
Next up is you, Lise.
All right, I end Mantle of Flame.
Okay.
She's like, God damn it. I think she sees Robin is in trouble and is like, oh shit. All right. Let's see what we can do about this. Lisa's going to 4th level Scorching Ray.
Ooh.
So, oh god, hold on. So it's supposed to a 3rd level or higher. It's 1 more. So there's 3, so 4, 5. So there's 5 rays. She's gonna do 2 on Valever A and 3 on Valever B.
Okay.
So let me roll and then
2 and 3. Jesus, are you sure you don't want me to do macros?
I'll macro the damage.
Okay.
I can do that. I'm gonna roll to hit.
Okay.
Nope. First one, I'm assuming an 11 does not hit.
No, it does not.
Cool. Oh, second one, 27 to hit.
Okay. And so those are both for A?
Yes.
So 1 hits A, and then roll the other 3 to see if any of them hit B.
Okay, well, A takes 12 fire damage.
Okay. He's not quite dead yet. You can also choose to do any of those other 3 at him as well.
First one's a miss. Second one, 21 to hit.
That one actually collides with him, but you see that purple armor seems to absorb that one.
Okay. So it doesn't do any damage?
Yes. The flame hits it, and purple energy reverberates through the suit, and it doesn't quite do damage to the Valever itself.
Okay. And the last one's 24 to hit?
That one hits.
Okay.
Right after that, you fire that second shot, and it burns him clearly.
Great. 10 fire damage.
All right. Cool. You burn him good. He doesn't look bloodied. And he hasn't changed his gaze from Robin.
I tried. I'm trying. Oh, sorry. Before the end of my turn, can I use
well, you also have Foxbud.
Right. Can I use my bless to add that +4 to that roll? Or what did it say? What did bless do?
You can add to a roll. You add I believe it's a die roll.
I think it's a D4. Tears Blessing, D4.
Okay.
So I'll just... Oh shit, I dropped it on the floor. God damn it.
Yeah, typically you have to roll that before I tell you if it's a success, but I'll bend the rules just this once.
Oh, well, you can tell me to fuck off like this.
No. I'll bend the rules here. Go ahead and roll it.
4.
Okay. Yeah, that shot connects with it, and you see the armor like rippling as this connecting like from your hand to his chest plate. But then through the power of Tyr,
Yeah.
you feel his blessing reverberate through your body as this beam grows in intensity and hits him in spite of that initial absorption. So then how much damage does it do?
That's another, let's see, it was a 4th level. It does 7 fire damage.
Okay. All right.
Lisa's like,
through Tyr, all things are possible.
Lisa's like, man, he could actually be helpful if he wasn't such a dick.
All right. Next up are go ahead.
Foxbud.
Oh yes, Foxbud.
Foxbud, since he's still here, he's gonna multi-attack. And since he's close to Merlin, he gets advantage. Natural 20. Uh, 16 does not hit.
Does not hit, no.
Okay, so the first one of them hits, but it is a natural 20.
Okay.
So make a strength saving throw while I roll damage.
Sounds good.
DC 13.
Yeah, 21 clears that.
Yeah. Damn. 8, and then another 8 for because not 20, so 16.
All right. He pounces on this Valever, like losing his little boy mind. Hits him for a total of 16 damage, and you see more of that blue liquid come out of this Valever as well. He is bloodied.
Nice.
Next up are ships D and E.
God damn it.
Ship D is still unable to fire, but does turn around fully and sails a bit forward, but does not manage to get within range of firing on you.
Okay.
Next up being Ship E down here, who continues moving forward. There. Oh. Okay. Is trying to keep up with you guys. Rotates a bit to face you with its cannons and fires 4 shots at your hull. Natural 1 on one of those.
Great.
Okay, 2 of the shots hit. 2 land in the water, and you get hit with 2 shots directly to your ship, and take 57 damage.
Oh my god.
Your ship's not looking good
Yeah,
at all.
I see that.
And with that, we are on to Merlin, who is going to, let's see. Ooh. Hang on 1 second. He casts Lightning Bolt. They may save against this. Hang on. God, I've got too many fucking tabs open. Ooh, it does not save. Okay, it does not save against Merlin's DC. So it's going to take. Also, he casts this at a 5th level, so. Sorry, I'm doing math in my head.
It's fine.
It takes a total of 32 damage as this arc of lightning flies from his fingertips to Valever C. And this machine jerks around violently, seizing up and eventually like locking up and falling over backwards. The eye sockets stop glowing and it's smoking. This Valever is dead.
Awesome. Hell yeah. Foxwood pees on its corpse.
Its final words are,
Oh no, system failure. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
And it actually says one thing before it goes silent permanently that you just barely catch, and that's
thank you.
Oh no. Great.
Next up is Cassandra, top of the order.
Cassandra, okay, I need you to keep up with her sheet because I have no fucking idea what spell slots she has now because I think
I have been, haven't I?
No, she's used both of her 5th level spells. And I think that she used her last 4th level spell as well, if I'm remembering correctly.
Right, I marked the wrong slots. Hang on, I was marking slots, I just marked the wrong slots, my bad.
Okay, that's fine. If I could do it, I would, you know?
She took damage last time.
Was that before?
It was after she
cast
attacked
spell?
it.
Okay, so I'll roll her concentration, which is
Okay.
what?
I'm looking it up right now. It's a specific number. Taking damage. Whenever you take damage, you are concentrating on a spell. You must make a Constitution saving throw to maintain your concentration. The DC equals 10 or half the damage you take, whichever number is higher. So DC 10. But she did not take 10 damage.
Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20.
Okay. Yep. She maintains concentration.
Right. All right. So she's gonna have to. She used her last 4th level spell as well.
Okay.
I believe, yeah, because she did Death Ward, then she did like a healing one. So she only has. It sucks, but it's true. So she's going to.
Oh wow, she's only got like 1st and 2nd and 1/3.
Yeah, she's gonna use up her 3rd right now. Bonus action healing word on Robin. 3d4 plus 4. Will you just click it and do the fucking macro, please?
Okay. What are you wanting to do again? It was healing word at 3rd level.
Yeah.
You're looking at 11 health.
All right, and then she's gonna use her bless to add a +4 to add a d4 to that.
You do that with bless? Hang on.
Can't you just add it to any roll, or what?
I think
was
it's
it?
any attack or saving throw.
Okay, well, why don't you check
Yeah,
that?
whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or the saving throw.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. Never mind that. Great. So that's what she does with her bonus action. And then since it costs a bonus action to do her arcane hand, she's just gonna double rapier attack this thing.
Okay.
So that is
Robin's wounds close up. She's no longer bloodied.
okay. 15 doesn't hit. And that other one's not gonna hit either. So she fucking whiffs them
Misses
both.
twice. Okay. All right.
Well,
Next.
actually, she only was actually able to make one of those attacks. I forgot because she already used her bonus action, so it doesn't matter anyway.
She flails wildly. Did she add bless to either of those? Would that have helped? Do you think? What were the rolls? What was the first roll?
15.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I don't think 19 would have hit.
Okay.
So,
Next up is Helga.
I think Helga's gonna. Helga's gonna take an attack of opportunity to run over to Valever B because she sees she's looking between Lise and Robin and is like, I think in this moment Lise can handle herself just a little bit more.
It's like, Lise is a little bit strong. Robin is not very strong at all.
Yeah. So let's see. Helga can move 40 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh yeah. She right up to him. That's just her movement.
It whiffs that attack of opportunity.
Awesome. Charges right up to this motherfucker. Double double maul attack. And she'll reckless attack this one too, so she gets advantage.
Okay. But she will have disadvantage, or the other things will have advantage on her.
Yeah, that's fine. First one's a mod 20 to hit. Actually, no, scratch that. First one's a natural 20 to hit. Plus 10 is
Okay.
a 30.
Okay.
2 natural 19s for the second one, so that's a 29 to hit.
Okay.
On the second one, so
Both
that
hit.
is. So first one does double damage, so that is 16
Okay.
times 2 for the first one.
32 points of damage.
Awesome. And the second one is 15.
All right. She kind of like ping pongs the hammer off of its head, like swings it down once, it bounces off and swings it down again. The head of this Valever actually breaks a little bit, and like is like cockeyed now and like kind of like barely staying on. And it goes,
Warning, massive system failure. Warning, massive system failure. Sit. Warning.
Oh, great.
And lots of that blue liquid is coming out of it. Go ahead.
No, nothing. I was going to say anything.
Okay. That's the end of Helga's turn. Next up is Fuse, who loads in another one of those monstrosities. This one actually has like multiple tubes in it.
God.
And he says, I don't even know if this is gonna work. Ah!
Oh, great.
Fires that shot at the other ship. Boom! It connects with ship B. And ship B takes only 18 points of damage from that. Nothing too extreme. However, that same explosion rips out from the center. Boom! And it takes an additional 30 points of damage.
Great.
But then, and sort of a bunch more pieces of shrapnel fly out, and you see at least 10 individual chunks of this thing fly out from the center of the ship, as it takes an additional 60 points of damage as these explode. This ship is taking on water and about to sink.
Hell yeah.
Its sails have been destroyed. You actually watch as the center mast falls back and collides with the back mast of the ship. It spins in a way that it's certainly not supposed to, and also falls over. This ship has been fully immobilized. They can only manage to turn it at this point.
Nice.
And Fuse says, I can do this all day! On top of that, during those explosions, another Valever fell overboard. They now only have 2 cannoneers on this ship. Speaking of which, it is their turn now. They desperately rotate the ship, but can no longer sail to try and keep up with you, and fire on your ship.
Oh, God. Stop fucking trying to hit me, you bitch.
Okay. One of those hits. The other collides with Merlin's wall of force. Falls into the water. The second hits you. And the Shifting Tempest takes only 12 points of damage as this the wall of force slows down the cannonball, and it only really manages to kind of dent your ship a bit. Next up are Valevers A and B.
I see.
Valever A attacks you.
Shield.
For which attack, first or second?
Second.
That's actually, it wouldn't have made a difference. Both were 24.
God damn it. That's right.
For that first second, that was a 16, but the line was underneath. Yeah, no. Both of those hit.
Great.
And you take 12 plus 7 points of damage, so you take 19 points of damage as both of these hit from his long sword hit you, using up the rest of your false life, and then 10 points of your actual person life.
Oh, shit!
He cuts away that final bone, and then the second hit slashes you across the arm.
Owie.
And then Valever B still
Error. Massive system error.
and continues to swing at Robin.
Oh my god.
I don't know if these hit actually. Give me 1 second. Yes, they both hit.
Oh no.
Okay. I keep rolling dual numbers. 9 plus 9 for 18 points of damage on
no.
Robin. Robin is very bloodied.
Great.
but not even remotely discouraged from attacking this thing. Next up is the Shifting Tempest.
Run, bitch.
Which is going to get the heck out of dodge. Or at least it's going to attempt to. Let's see. Make it to right about here. You are just barely not at the edge of the map just yet, so there'll probably be one more turn order before you guys are scot-free.
All right, well, I think we can make it. Hopefully.
Next up in the order is Robin, who's going to swing at this thing. And hits him. Doing 5 points of damage. But actually, that's plenty. She lunges her short sword forward, and sticks it in like one of the like glowing eye sockets here. That eye socket turns off, and the other one flickers a bit, and it says,
"The nightmare is over."
Oh, God.
as it powers down and falls over.
Oh, God.
Next up is Valever C, who is dead. So,
Yeah.
Cool. Next up is Valever D, who's going to attack Cassandra.
All right.
One of those attacks I think doesn't hit. A 12? I don't think that hits.
No, 12 doesn't
But I think 21 does.
hit. Yeah.
And does 8 points of damage to her.
All right. I will roll for concentration. What did we say she gets a plus to her concentration? It's Constitution. It's Constitution.
Yes.
Mod 20.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Next up in the order is Ulysses.
Elise looks at this thing in front of her and is like, if you're like a person, I am very sorry about this.
Surrendering now is in your best interest.
She's like, I wasn't talking to you. And she looks into his eyes and she goes, I was talking to you.
Surrendering now is in your best interest.
She's going to second level Scorching Ray. So let me roll to hit. 19? 19 doesn't hit.
What are you doing to hit? What are you trying to attack it? What are you trying to attack it with?
Scorching Ray.
That does not hit. The Scorching Ray connects and it's absorbed into that armor the same way it was last time.
Okay. That's exactly the same. And okay, great. None of them hit. Fantastic.
Oh my god.
I rolled. Yeah.
All your Scorching Rays missed?
It was only 3 of them. I rolled 2 19s and an 11. So no.
Oh my god. Well, okay.
Great.
Well, you still have Foxbud.
Yeah, Foxbud's gonna run over and multi-attack this bitch.
Okay.
So that's 24 to hit.
Okay.
So go ahead and make that strength saving throw.
Oh. Would a 5 be enough?
No.
All right. He falls prone after that attack. So the next attack has advantage.
Well, they both have advantage anyway, because he's within 5 feet of Cassandra.
Gotcha.
First one does 9 damage.
Okay.
Second one is a 20 to hit.
Okay. That hits.
Okay. 11.
11 damage.
Yes.
All right. You see some of that blue liquid come out. This Valever is bloodied.
Okay.
All right. And next up, we have ships D and E.
Oh god.
So first, ship D is going to attempt to get within range here. Let's see. Maybe angles a little bit, maybe. Yes.
I don't know.
They will fire 2 of their cannons at you at the back of your ship. The other 2, I think, are maybe blocked by the front of ship B.
Okay.
So 2 shots at you guys. I think both of those miss, actually. They hit Merlin's barrier that he has conjured out and fall into the water. And I think after that, Merlin actually calls out, "You know what? I think I'm actually an expert in buying you time, Lise."
And she's like, yeah, I think you're really good at that, actually. You should get your degree or something in, like, buying people time.
And then ship E is going to desperately try to keep up with you. Okay. Doesn't really manage to. He's kind of fallen behind, but angles to the side a bit to fire all 4 cannons.
God damn.
Ooh, natural 20.
No.
Yeah. It's okay, because only 1 other shot hit. Two shots crash into the water, but then the other 2 collide with the helm of your ship. And the Shifting Tempest takes 51 points of damage. You actually hear like a guttural as the helm repairs itself. The boards are getting grayer and grayer on your ship.
Great.
And next up is Merlin, who is going to what's he gonna do? I think he needs to maintain this over here. But let's see. What else can he do? What else can he do? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? He casts another 5th level lightning bolt.
Jesus. On who?
On this Valever near Cassandra. He's going to do a save. Fails it handily, great. and takes 31 points of lightning damage.
Jesus Christ.
His whole system violently shakes, and the lights also go out, and he collapses to the ground right before doing so, saying,
Freedom.
Great.
And with that, we are back to top of the order, Cassandra.
Okay. Cassandra is going to bonus action move her arcane hand 60 feet to Lise and do a grasping hand on Valever A. So it is it's a grapple, so we're attempting to grapple the target, and because the target it's a medium size, right?
Mm-hmm.
The hand has advantage.
Okay. So basically just making it so he can't attack.
Well,
grappling him, right?
Yes, we're attempting to grapple.
Okay.
So it's my
Does he need
strength
to do a
score.
strength versus that hand?
Yes. Yeah.
Ooh, he kind of rolled well. But the hand might beat him. I got an 18.
19.
Oh, okay. He is restrained.
So he is grappled, and I also get to use the bonus action to crush it. So he gets to take 2d6.
I thought you said bonus action was to move it.
Oh, you're right. Okay. I'm grappling him, but I get to squish him next turn if he's not dead already by something else. You're right. And then Cassandra uses her action to second level prayer of healing. So Robin herself, Foxbud, Robin, Lise. Has Merlin or Fuse taken any damage?
Merlin has not taken damage during this fight, no. But
okay. But he's not back to. Okay, so Merlin, and then has Fuse taken any?
Fuse, hasn't during this fight, or no, I think he did take a bit of damage, didn't he? I don't remember when he took the damage, but he's not at full health.
Everyone except for Helga gets health.
How many targets do you get?
6.
Okay.
So this will be a.
Do you want to target your ship with one of these?
Oh, you're right. She won't heal herself. She'll heal the ship.
Okay.
So that'll be. It's not that much. It's 2d8 plus 4. So, what? It's 15.
Okay. Hey, maybe that'll save you from one additional cannonball blast.
It's something.
Okay, so 18 to everyone but herself.
15.
15, my bad. I said 18, I meant 15.
That's okay.
Robin is no longer bloodied. She keeps getting these wounds and then close back up.
Yeah.
Fuse is looking right as rain. You're looking right as rain.
Yeah. Foxbud.
Foxbud is almost looking right as rain.
Yeah.
But yes, everyone's been healed up now.
Did you heal the ship?
I did.
Okay.
The boards get just a splash of color back to them.
Cassandra's like, I'm trying my best.
Next up in the initiative order is Helga.
Helga's like, well, this one did, and runs back into this one. And she will reckless attack this one as well. So she gets advantage. Uh, 27 for the first one.
Okay.
25 for the second.
Okay. Roll those damages. God damn, I made Helga beefy.
Yeah. First one is 9 damage.
Okay.
Second one is 17.
Whew, okay. It says
Massive system failure. Massive system failure. Total system failure imminent. Total system failure imminent. I suggest you surrender now.
No. Oh, never mind.
what?
I was gonna say, can Helga add that D4, but I forgot it's not to damage. It's just to
it's
attack.
not. All right.
never mind.
Interesting the situation we find ourselves in today. All right. Next up is Fuse, who lifts up one final one of those modified cannonballs. This one has like multiple tubes and wires sticking out of it. Massive chunks, like he's like attached like massive chunks of the other cannonballs to it.
Great.
And he like can't quite fit it in the cannon at first. He's like pounding it down the cannon tube, and just pours in a bag of gunpowder into the priming slot, and lights it, and it's burning for a while.
Sorry, before you finish that, I have been forgetting to add +3 to Helga's damage from her rage. So
okay.
maybe just throw on an extra 6 to Valever A.
Okay. I'll do that in a moment. And as he's cramming this into that cannon, he says, "This is gonna be the big finish."
Oh god.
And that gunpowder is burning for a while. Before okay, good. It boom fires, the whole cannon rocks back. The chains holding it in place actually groan a bit, trying to hold it back from fucking running over Fuse. And it flies out and hits ship D. And Fuse wasn't kidding about the fireworks. It plummets into the central mast of this ship, and does 30 damage to the masts. And it's lodged in there in that central mast, and then you see it vibrate violently and boom, explode out, it just ripping that mast in half, causing like the two halves to go in each direction, tearing down the other masts. The masts are destroyed on this ship as it groans to a halt, and there are so many individual pieces of this cannonball that connect to the deck. The initial explosion doing 25 points of damage to the ship. It looks like a cloud of shrapnel that comes out of it. And you watch as this ship is absolutely decimated by 197 points of damage.
Oh my god.
As the surface of the ship is scorched. All 5 of the Valever on the surface of this ship, the 1 at the helm and the 4 on the cannons, are thrown from the deck as they cry out,
Warning! Warning! Disembarking! Warning! Warning! Unanticipated disembarking!
and this ship no longer has people manning it. And it is on fire and smoking. For all intents and purposes, we can just assume that this ship is kind of out of the fight.
Mm-hmm.
And that is Fuse's turn.
Great.
I think maybe there were like little flares and in the air. He literally turned it to a fireworks show above that ship. And that's Fuse's turn, and he's clapping and jumping up and down excitedly.
Lisa's like, God damn, remind me never to get on his bad side.
And with the end of his turn, ship B further rotates, fully immobilized, but just trying to attack you guys as many times as they can with the 2 people manning the cannons that are left.
Did you add the extra damage to Valever A?
Sure, I'll do that right now.
It's just 6.
Okay. And okay. One of those shots collides with Merlin's barrier. The second one, his barrier is like flickering a lot now. One of those flies through one of the flickering panels and connects with your ship.
God damn it.
And does 16 points of damage. So negating the healing that Cassandra did.
Great. She saved it a little bit.
And next up is Valever A. So since he's grappled, I suppose he does another strength contest with this thing to try and break free.
I assume so.
I mean, that's just the grapple condition.
Yeah.
If it literally said grapple.
Yeah, he's grappled.
I rolled a 17.
Okay. It says if the target is medium, you have advantage. Should I use that advantage every check?
Does it say what does it say specifically about that advantage?
If the target is medium or smaller, you have advantage on the check.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay.
It's not exactly explicit wording, so it's just the DM's call, I guess.
I got a 21.
Okay, that beats 17. He's still grappled.
Awesome.
And while he's in the vice grip of this massive hand, he just says,
Warning! Warning! It is in your best interest to surrender now. Warning! Warning! You are fugitives of the Oryn Empire.
Great.
And next up is the Shifting Tempest.
Get us the fuck out of here, please. I don't want to be here no more.
It handily escapes. It got to the edge of the map. So as I decided earlier, You are away from these ships, but they all send one final wave of attacks toward your ship. Kind of firing on you as you leave. So that's going to be 2 attacks from the north and 4 from the south.
God damn.
Let's see if the Shifting Tempest can tank these last 6 shots. So of the 2 from the north, 1 lands in the water, and Merlin's shield blocks the other.
Nice.
From the south, natural 20,
No.
a miss. 24, that'll hit. And an 18 will also hit, so 2 hits and a crit.
No.
Let's roll damage. As your ship manages to escape the fray, the onslaught of cannonballs, it takes an additional 71 points of damage.
Oh my god.
But you manage to eat it and survive.
God damn.
The boards of your ship are incredibly gray, and it groans even louder that time. And you have managed to escape the blockade with 1 last enemy on board.
Fantastic.
Next up in the order is Robin, who knocks an arrow and fires on Valever A.
Is Helga in the way, or?
And rolls a natural 1. I thought that'd be a cool way to end it. Robin, ends this thing's life, but no. Next up in the order is you, Lise.
I think she looks at this thing and she's like, I almost want to keep it alive to question it, but I also hate it, and I don't think it would answer my questions.
Warning, we have you right where we want you. It's in your best interest to surrender now.
She's like, yeah, all right. Keep telling yourself that. I mean, really, what can she do? What can she do at this point? Is Helga in the way? You know what? It doesn't matter. 2nd level Scorching Ray. Just fucking get this over with.
Okay.
If they'll hit this time. 28 to hit.
That'll do it.
29 to hit.
That'll do it.
25 to hit.
That'll do it. Roll damage on all of those. Let's get one big total.
Okay. 7, 8, 9. Plus 4.
13 total damage?
What?
Were you totaling it right there?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's 28 overall.
28 overall. All right. You blast it with these 3 scorching rays, and the fires actually start licking out from the seams of the armor. You see the eyes flicker, and the armor actually starts to melt a bit. As the intense heat becomes too much for it, and it begins shutting down. And right before it does, it's like squeezed in this giant ethereal hand. It like has like the forearm of one of its arms reaching out towards you, Lise, and it looks you in the eyes and it says,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lise throws up.
Thank you.
Lise throws up.
and it shuts down.
Lisa's like, okay, are we gonna talk about how they were like definitely people in there or what?
And with that, we exit the initiative order.
God damn. For the rest of this journey, every time Cassandra gets a long rest until we reach our destination, she's going to use all of her spell slots up to heal the Shifting Tempest on the
way. Yes, you explode out of this this massive naval blockade that Oryn had set up for you. Trying to, there we go. You explode through the blockade, and there are ships stretching out miles in every direction that are slowly turning to chase the Tempest, but simply cannot keep up with the incredible speed at which you guys are moving. In fact, at certain points, you find yourself having to brace against the banisters as it proceeds to dodge and weave through like civilian ships pulling into the docks of northern Oryn. And you continue as you continue your journey. You see Oryn nobles on a ferry come sailing past away from the Cerulean Citadel, and they see your ship.
Azure flag. I hoist my flag.
Oh, you're Jolly Roger with the red hair.
Yeah.
And eye patch.
Yeah.
You see them all gasping and putting their hands over their mouths. Do you say anything?
This is like, oh shit. I have to think of something cool to say. Oh no. To these civilians? I mean, if they were soldiers, she would flip them off, but I don't know. These are civilians.
They're nobles, yep.
Yeah, they're nobles. I think she puts her hat on, and she's definitely like up on the banisters, like hanging on with different ropes. And I think that as they pass, I don't know. I feel like this is not going to be possibly as cool as it could be, just because this is in the moment off the top of my head. If I had time to think about it, I could probably think of something really cool to do here. But I think she just says, "You can't kill a legend, and my story is far from over."
You say that, and they all look at each other and they say, you hear them saying, "Is that who we think it is? Who is that? Are those the Chaos Crusaders?"
Yeah.
Hang on.
Oh, damn, that's good. Yeah. She says, "My story is far from over. You can't, yeah, damn. You can't kill a phoenix. They always come back from the ashes." That's good. That's good.
Merlin says, "That won't do, Lise. Come on. You can do better. And he points towards you, and you see magic flow through his hands, and you feel something in your throat. And you feel incredibly loud. Merlin has just cast booming voice on you. And he says,
fuck.
He says, how about this time you address all of Azure?
Okay. Lisa's like, fuck.
And he looks to everyone else on the ship, and he looks to everyone else on the ship, and he says, I recommend you all close your ears.
God, Lisa's like, way to put the pressure on, Merlin. Fuck. All right. Yeah, I don't know. This time, I think she just repeats it, but like raises her fist in the air. She'll raise her, like, I don't know. She doesn't have anything, or not her staff, because her staff, she's using the New Dawn Inquisition staff. That's just her fist. She takes Cassandra's scimitar, because that way it looks cooler. She's like, quick, Cassandra, give me your scimitar.
She fumbles with her scabbard. She's like, oh, okay, hang on. Here you go.
I think she doesn't cast Mantle of Flame, but I think that her hair and her eyes catch on fire. And she just says, fuck, I don't know. I'm torn between Legends Never Die and you can't kill a phoenix. They always come back from the ashes, because that was really good. That was actually really good. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe just because they came up with it, and this way it's like the audience really does influence the story.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I think it's good. It was probably better than what I said. And she says, she says, you can't kill a phoenix. They always come back from the ashes.
Your voice booms out. It's incredibly loud. Everyone on your ship is like desperately covering their ears.
Yeah.
Everyone all throughout northern, southern, and central Azure on the Cerulean Circle, everyone hears this message. The first that people have heard from the Chaos Crusaders in years. You can't kill a phoenix. They always rise from the ashes. This message would become legendary throughout Oryn. This message being heard by everyone after a massive military event, a naval blockade being destroyed.
Their maximum security prison getting fucked up.
This would shake many citizens of Oryn to their cores.
Good.
This would be written about in the papers for weeks, months to come.
Good.
And you know for a fact that somewhere the Emperor also heard the message.
Yeah, eat my dick and balls.
You send off that legendary message that will ring throughout Oryn for months to come as you continue sailing, whipping and tearing through all these civilian ships. They're like rocking dramatically against the waves that are being kicked up by your ship. And before you know it, you guys have exited the shores of northern Oryn and the Cerulean Citadel. This, you are no longer flanked by land masses.
Yeah, Cassandra uses the rest of her spell slots to heal the Shifting Tempest as much as she can.
Okay. As you begin entering into open sea, the mood does shift a bit as Robin and Fuse and Merlin even all surround Brick and Twitch.
Yeah.
I think Lise goes over. Are there any like? There have to be like tarps or like something, like
Yes.
yeah, that we can lay respectfully over their bodies.
Yeah.
And I think Lise deals with death a lot, but never like this. Like, she's never really lost people like this, in the sense where like I guess when she lost Quinn, like she didn't know him very well and didn't like really understand that loss. And like her dad, just disappeared. So that loss was not, the same. And as she didn't, obviously know Brick and Twitch super well, she's still, considered them friends. Especially Twitch, after their whole like, are we friends? Is it okay to like hug? And like they had that like handshake thing. And it makes me really sad to think about it now.
Yeah.
But I think she puts her hand on Robin's shoulder and she just kind of says, I think that she starts to say, I'm sorry, and then stops herself because she knows that like that doesn't help. And so I think she just says, if you need anything, if there's anything I can do, name it and it is yours.
She is quiet for a long time, and then she says, you gotta burn Oryn to the ground for me.
She says, deal.
Cassandra actually, while this is all happening, rushes to the captain's quarters, and disappears in there for a while.
Oh. Well.
And as you all stand here for a while, she eventually comes back and stands with you and like kind of gives you like a glance. Like
she wants to talk.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I kind of squeeze Robin on the shoulder a little bit, give her a small nod, and head away. Before I leave, actually, I say, actually, no, never mind. I'll do that and I'll leave.
Okay. She just lets you know. She says, I contacted Oliver on the mirror, and
I
actually
forgot all about the mirror.
we kind of lucked out. Actually, they're in the area.
Oh,
So they should be here soon.
awesome! Thank God. I was wondering how we were going to get out of here, or where we were going to go. Okay.
You sail for a few hours out on the open ocean, and eventually you see a ship on the horizon that looks an awful lot like the Scarlet Shark. And once they're close enough, they sort of toss some ropes to the other side. Cassandra and Helga help them tie them off to their ship and pull them in so they can board. And I think Oliver is the first one on board and immediately hugs Merlin.
Yeah. Lise also goes and hugs Merlin. I think that I forgot. She definitely would have like given him a really long hug. I think that she actually gives everyone a hug if they want, if they would like one. She's not gonna force it on anybody.
Sure. But yes, hugs all around, and then Oliver says, "I'm just glad some of you guys made it out of there."
I think that Lise is kind of taking it a little personally. Like, I think that she is kind of like, to herself, she's like, it's my fault. Like, I could have done more.
I think
but
the one
she doesn't.
who
She doesn't voice that at all. That's just like how she's being to herself internally.
She can't have that from Cassandra.
Well, deception versus her insight.
No, she gets the girlfriend bonus.
Okay.
And it's there's no way. I just mathed it out. It doesn't work.
Great.
She can't hide it from her.
Fantastic.
But so yeah, you try to hide it, and Cassandra sees right through that and approaches you on the ship. Once Oliver and Merlin are talking, and she says, "It's not your fault." And she says, "Listen, back when I was a privateer, being locked up in Azure Maximum Security was literally considered worse than a death sentence. Anytime a pirate or a privateer was locked up in there, we just wrote them off because we knew they were never getting out. Very few people get in, even fewer get out. In fact, come to think of it, I don't think there's ever been a successful breakout from Azure Maximum Security."
She says, until now.
She says, "The fact that anyone survived, that's your doing."
I guess.
And Artemis and Zachary and Penelope and Herc all come aboard as well.
Who?
Penelope and Herc, the two who are always traveling together. Herc's the quiet orc man. Doesn't say much.
His name is Herc?
Yeah? Wait, did I get that wrong? Hang on.
I feel like I've never heard that name before.
Darren, my bad. Herc is someone
Darren.
else. Sorry.
Okay, I was like,
Darren,
Herc?
my bad. Herc is a different person.
Okay, great. Yeah, Darren's. That name sounds familiar.
I confused him with a character from a different campaign of mine.
I see. I was like, Herc. Anyway, I was like, new character? I give them all hugs too. I don't care if I just saw them.
Penelope immediately hugs you back. Darren, if you hug Darren, he's actually kind of surprised. You guys haven't said much to each other.
Yeah.
But he hugs you back gently.
I give him a hug, you know. Look, people just died. At least real sad about it.
Yeah.
Lisa's like eyeing their ship, and she says, "So, how important is that ship to you?"
Artemis says, "The Scarlet Shark?"
Mm-hmm.
They say, pretty important.
Okay.
We run all of our operations out of it.
All right. God, you could just come out and say it. Find a different ship to feed your mimic, Lise.
And they say, "Yeah, I'd prefer that you did that, actually."
Yeah, well, look, there's not that many ships out there, all right? It's always a hassle to get one for him to eat.
Darren and Helga, Oliver has them help carry on 2 lifeboats from the Scarlet Shark, and they say, it wouldn't feel right if we didn't, do this right."
You want to give them a sea burial?
And Oliver nods over to Penelope, who pulls out 2 arrows wrapped in cloth and doused in something.
I snap and like there's like a flame.
You guys, it is getting to be evening, and the Twitch and Brick's bodies are prepared, and Robin and Penelope stand at the edge of the ship, arrows knocked, with you standing next to them as Helga and Darren push their ships out to sea, their boats rather, and those boats sail for a while, getting further and further from the ship, and Penelope holds out the arrow toward you, cloth near your hand.
I light it.
And she fires off the first arrow toward Brick's ship, and Robin then presents her arrow to you and sends that arrow off. Both the boats catch on fire and are burning in the distance. And it's quiet for a long time. And Robin's the one who finally breaks the silence, and she says, "You know, I wouldn't be where I am today if it weren't for those two. You know, when I came here, when I came to Brokera, fresh from Azure, not a copper to my name, Twitch and Brick were the ones who helped me out. You know, I remember I was soaked to the bone, having an absolutely shitty day, pulled into a local tavern. Some asshole, I can't even remember his name now, tried picking a fight with me, and, well, I was absolutely in the mood for a fight, but Twitch was the one who stopped me. He broke it up, and when he pulled me aside later, he let me know that guy was a pretty important figure in the brokers. Kind of a big gang back in Brokera. And him and Twitch, or him and Brick kind of showed me the ropes on the streets in Brokera. Says, Twitch kind of always had a knack for reading people, you know? Like, he was a quirky, funny little guy, but there was a lot going on behind his eyes at all times. He had almost a supernatural ability to read people. I mean, you saw how quickly he took to you, Lise.
She's like, yeah, I'm still not sure about that one, but for everyone else, probably, yeah.
She says, he knew instantly that you were a good person, Lise. That's just the kind of guy he was. He could take one look at you and know everything about you. And
I
Brick,
think that... Oh, sorry, no, keep going.
No, go ahead.
No, you keep going.
Okay. And she says, and you know, Brick, well, you all met Brick. He could really get along with anyone. He was kind of soft-spoken, and the times he did talk, he came off kind of naive to people, the big lummox, but I don't know. He was smart in a different kind of way. He was always able to put together the craziest plans. I mean, the bank heist that we did, Lise, back in Brokera, that was all him. He put together all the schematics of the base. I mean, hell, he got onto the guards for the bank and, like, got them to all come with him to an event.
Yeah, I'm still unclear how that even happened.
He was weirdly kind of a genius as well. And and she starts to tear up a little bit here, and she says, I kind of feel bad that I never really asked more about them before they met me. I mean, I know they grew up together, Brick and Twitch. I know they were friends since childhood, but I don't know much else about them, I'm beginning to realize. I guess I just always thought I had more time. I thought I had time to ask later. You know? I'll ask him tomorrow. And then the next day, and then the next day, and then I ran out of days. Huh. And, she leans up against the banister, staring out at their ships as they're burning, and they begin to sink into the water. And she says, go ahead.
Well, no. You can
No, go
continue.
ahead. You go.
Well, I was going to say before, I think that when Robin said he immediately knew you were a good person, I think she kind of has a moment of, like, again, just to herself in her head, like, am I a good person? And she kind of has that moment with herself, and then I think she also walks over to the banister and kind of leans up against it and sits with Robin while they're like looking out at the boats. And probably before she's finished talking, but while there's maybe a small pause, she says, we may not have gotten to know them as well as we would have liked, but honestly, I think that you could say the same for anyone. Because when they're gone, all you can think is what could have been, what you could have done. And when you're only left with what is left behind, you know, it can be hard. But I think that she's like just having this weird, profound, like she's never really thought about death before, to a big capacity. And she says, you know, it's kind of funny. I used to think that fire was death, was destruction, and that's all it ever would be. It burns and it hurts. But I think that what it really is fire is warmth and light, and for a lot of people it's hope, you know? And she like looks out of the boats and she says, it's in some ways it's rebirth. And I think that it's sort of renewing. And she looks at Robin and she says, they might be gone, but they will live on in our memories, in the way that we think of them, in the memories we have, and of the things that remind us of them. And in that way, they will live forever. And she kind of just falls silent.
After she says that, Robin says, yeah, I hope wherever they are, I hope they're giving some guards somewhere a hell of a time.
Lee says, I'm sure there's a heaven specifically where they're just harassing gods.
And Robin chuckles and says, yeah, I sure hope so. I just hope they don't get the party too started without me.
She says, well, they'll be waiting a long time.
And she says, yeah, maybe. And she doesn't say anything after that and just stares out at the water.
Yeah, I think Lise just kind of stands there with her in silence for a while.
You guys, like, everybody on the ship kind of stands behind you guys, kind of hands clasped in front of them in solidarity for a while. In fact, like, easily, like, an hour passes. The whole time isn't silent. People occasionally, like, kind of talking in a low tone about Brick and Twitch. And eventually, everyone has kind of broken into little groups to kind of share stories and catch up on everything that happened. And Robin eventually stands up off the banister and says, I gotta catch some shut-eye. It's been a long day.
Lee says, yeah. And she turns to look at Oliver and Merlin, and she says, where to?
Oliver actually says, I actually wanted to talk to you when you have a chance. I'm not trying to rush you or anything.
I motion for him them to follow me into the captain's cabin.
Okay. You head into the captain's cabin, and Oliver says, look, let me just say really quick, what you did was incredible, okay?
She, behind closed doors, she immediately starts crying. But, like, she's pretending like nothing's happening, and so she's just kind of like nodding along, but there's like big tears.
Ghibli tears.
Yeah.
And they say, listen, Merlin told me what he went through in there, and if anything, I'm just glad they're out of there. Azure Maximum Security sounds like a fucking hellhole.
I'm sure it was.
I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemies. And they say, the important thing is that people came out alive. And then they kind of poke you in the chest and they say, and you did that. People are alive today because of you, Lise.
She said, first of all, you didn't have to poke me in the tit.
If not in the tit, in the chest, like right below the neck.
In the tit.
They say, that's not your... Okay. All right, Lise.
She uses humor as a coping mechanism.
And they say, listen, the real reason I wanted to come in here, though, is that I have some information.
Oh, God. Okay, hold on. She sits down. She's like, all right. I just don't know how much more information I can take right now.
And we are going to have a poll. Really quick, chat. Oliver has information. Is that information a threat or a lead? 1 for threat, 2 for lead.
A threat?
Keep in mind, I like to pull the wool over people's eyes sometimes, so
That's true.
who knows?
A threat could potentially be, I don't know. I'm assuming they're both going to lead me somewhere, so it's
Am I
fine.
tricking you all?
Whatever. Listen, it's fine.
We are currently distraught. Fuck off. Hey, the polls can come anytime, baby. Give us a hint. I am not giving any hints. This is a poll. You either got to vote or it's going to be a 50-50.
Vote with your heart. It doesn't actually. It doesn't. I'm not. I'm not gonna say it doesn't matter, but like, listen, something's gonna happen either way, and that's just how it goes. So you pick.
All right.
Hey, a lead's a lead.
Oh, wow. Okay, everyone voted for lead. Okay. All right. So Oliver has a lead. They say, listen, I don't know about the efficacy of this. It may be a trap. It feels too good to be true, but I got a letter.
From who?
I don't know.
They didn't sign it?
No, they didn't. And it's just coordinates.
This is like, as they're talking, she starts to think, I should check my mailbox.
They say, and it says, Chaos Crusaders, come alone.
That can't be good. That's definitely a trap.
And they say, yes, except I recognize the handwriting.
Oh God. Who is it?
I could totally be wrong about this, but it kind of looks like Lexi's handwriting.
Give it to me. No one would know her handwriting more than I. I'm almost positive I taught her how to write.
You look at it, and Oliver's right. It kind of does look similar to Lexi's handwriting.
I smell it. Does it smell like ale?
It kind of smells like sea salt, like it's been dipped in the water.
She's like, okay, this is either from Lexi or from somebody who wants us to think it's from Lexi. So either way, it could still be a trap. I haven't seen her in 5 years. Maybe she thinks we abandoned her. That, wouldn't be great. So it could still be bad either way. But yeah, we're gonna go here. Definitely.
And they say, the part I'm worried about is the come alone.
Right.
Should we follow?
Well, where will you go if not?
I mean, continuing to... Well, we've been kind of busy since you guys have been gone. I suppose I should catch you up on the operations that have been going on. Mm-hmm. Ever since news got out about the Chaos Crusaders, we've gotten a lot of people wanting to help in the fight. We have a number of privateers that are enlisting for naval raids on Oryn ships.
Fuck yeah.
It's not really an organized, nation army or anything. It's more of a people's uprising in a way. It's really disjointed and unorganized, but in a way, it's almost better because we're so much faster. We don't have military protocol to follow. When people want to help, they just help.
Right. I mentioned to Oliver that there's I'm sure that they already know a little bit, probably, but the rebellion, what's that called? The
Uprising, the
the resistance in Oryn, and how we met Kaylin on the train.
They say, I have heard about citizens' resistances going on inside of Oryn, but I never had a way of getting in touch with anyone. So you said this Kaylin could maybe get me in touch?
She says, yeah, they were pretty cool. They helped me solve a murder.
They say, that's good to know. I'm definitely going to be reaching out to them. I don't have a whole lot of contacts left in Oryn, but maybe I can think of something.
She says, and another thing. She points to the Valever. She says, so, and tells them all about it.
They say, yeah, I just got news from the front that those things are being deployed.
She says, so I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure exactly how they work. However, I'm almost positive there is somehow a person in there.
A person?
When we killed them, they all said, thank you, and the nightmare is over, and other really scarring and horrible shit like that.
They say, interesting. I don't think anyone knows about that.
Yeah, I've tried very hard not to think about it, and until right now, I've really just put it out of my mind, because I think if I think about it too hard, I'm never going to stop thinking about it, because that's truly horrifying and awful and terrible.
They say, I wonder if this might be an opportunity.
Yeah, we have their bodies, if Artemis wants to look them over or, do whatever.
And so you think there's people in there?
I can't be sure. I think there's somehow a human element. I don't know
Oliver,
if it's their body or just their brain or their conscious. I'm not really sure.
And as you say that, Oliver peeks out the door of the captain's quarters and gestures, and in comes Artemis, who is already happily picking away at a Valever. And Oliver says, well, what have you found so far? Artemis says, it's strange. I can't really find a power source.
She says, there's definitely a person in there.
This Valever, the armor's been removed. There's a bunch of wires everywhere and gears and all kind of mechanical parts. Artemis's whole arms, all the way to the shoulder, are covered in grease. And he's picking around in there, and he's saying, it's just really, I don't understand what's powering them.
Did you check the head? There might be a brain.
He pulls out a small cube from its chest, and he says, now, my first instinct was that maybe this was the power source, but I'm looking at it and I don't see anything that would hold a charge. Then again, I've never seen a device like this before.
I cast Identify on it.
You cast Identify on this small, strange cube, and you hear a voice in you say,
what the fuck is this?
Okay. I dismiss it immediately. She says, well, it's not magical.
And he says, yeah, I don't know if it's magical or not. I mean, maybe it was magical at some point.
Well, identify tells me if it is a magic item or if it was somehow magic imbued. So that didn't do anything. Just to be safe, I detect magic.
You do feel like a strange aura of like weird like necrotic and abjuration magics that like not like present, but maybe it was touched by them at some point.
Okay.
Like the echoes of magic.
I mentioned that.
And he says, yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell because, well, the armor's voidite, so I wouldn't expect it to be, like, powered by magic. I just...
You think it's ghosts?
He looks over the cube and he says, I need to inspect this further. I've never seen something like it before.
Do you think it traps souls in there? And so it's like, do you remember when I look out the door and make sure that Merlin isn't nearby? And I'm like, do you remember when there was that war at Caliban and there was the whole necrotic stuff with that bitch? And she like returned their souls to their bodies, but they were like in horrible pain and stuff. What if it's like that, but just it's not maybe their body, it's like putting souls in an artificial body, and like that's how they're powering it?
Oliver says, I'm gonna have to look more into this because we need to find out what these things are. And Artemis, if you're not able to piece together exactly what it is just by looking at it, maybe I can track down their warehouse. I mean, they have to be producing these things somewhere.
True.
And they say, all right, I'm going to look over my logs and see. We've been tracking Oryn's ships for the past few months. I'm going to see if I notice... Hang on. They leave and are gone for a while and come back. Go ahead.
Sorry, while they're gone, can I talk to Artemis alone for a minute?
Sure.
While they're gone, Lisa's like, Artemis, I understand that now probably not the best time. There's so much other stuff going on. But I had an idea. I had an idea.
No.
And I was wondering, I know you don't have any of your tools or really any of your stuff like that. But if I could get you the materials, okay, do you think you could maybe help me make some really cool armor?
Says, oh, I suppose so, but I guess you already said it. I don't have my materials.
Yeah, if I could get you the materials that you need.
I guess it depends on what you mean. I mean,
I
don't
dropped
think-
the sketch of what I want.
He looks you up and down and he says,
I don't know, Lisa. You don't seem like much of an armor wearer to me.
Well, okay, I guess not armor, just like a new outfit, okay, that has some armor elements, okay? I have mending, so I could maybe help with the tailoring of it somehow.
so you say you give him a sketch. Do you have a sketch?
Well, I don't know. Look, I pull out my notebook and I sketch something out really quick.
Okay, what are you sketching?
I've shown you what
You've shown me okay, so offline, Mint has been talking about wanting to get least cool armor and has given me mood boards basically.
Yeah,
but I have not gotten any images for this.
Look, I don't have anything completely solved. I know essentially what I want it to look like.
Artemis says,
I'm not much of a designer. Aesthetics aren't really my thing, but I could probably put together something really interesting. I mean, let's see here.
and he's kind of sketching in your notebook a little bit. He kind of grabs it and sketches in it a little bit. And he
she
says,
Well, before
Okay.
that, she says, the basis of this new armor is, I pull out the skull of Lightbane that I have, and I say, the basis of the armor is, I want to mount this on like a shoulder piece, and essentially have it as like that is the piece. And then I was thinking almost like a war mage kind of look. And also I was potentially thinking like a rib, like one of those like I'm wearing like a I don't know, just like clothes, but then there's like a bone like chest piece because that ties in with the bone. And then I was also thinking a cape that looks like it's made of phoenix feathers. Those are the like three main things.
He says, well, bones aren't the best armor, so that would mostly be decorative.
Not real bones, just like metal that looks like bones. That's like shaped to look like bones.
You're saying metal. Do you perform well when wearing metal?
Maybe not
armor?
not like heavy metal. It would mostly be decorative. Listen, what I'm really asking you is, it doesn't need to give me any more actual armor. I just need it to look really cool.
He says, well, you don't want it to do cool things?
Well, sure I do, but I mostly
That's
want it
what
to
I'm interested
look
in.
Cool. Okay.
As he's sketching, he says,
How do you feel about elven chainmail?
That could be sick.
I hear a lot of casters do well even while wearing elven chainmail, so maybe we could weave some of that into it at some points.
and he's like kind of taking down notes, and he says,
Are there any kind of enchantments you're looking to get done to this?
Can you enchant it to make my cape of feathers look like they're on fire?
You're really stuck on visual aesthetics, aren't you?
Yes, but other than that, I don't know. What enchantments could you put on it? Like, I don't know. I've never had enchanted armor before.
Well, I haven't done a whole lot of enchanting in the past few years, so I'm a little rusty at it. But this kind of sounds like something maybe you need to workshop a little more.
Yeah, look, I just wanted to run it by you, and so we could maybe start gathering a list of materials so that while I'm out doing stuff, I can, like, pick them up along the way, you know?
I'm also not much of a seamstress. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Listen, I'll teach myself how to sew if I have to.
Says, it kind of sounds like you could do a lot of what you want on your own lease.
I probably could. You know, I probably could. But for the cooler elements, I thought that it would be cool if you could do some stuff.
I'll get
hold
back
on.
to you.
I look Artemis in the eye and I go, hold on a minute. You're telling me that Zachary doesn't know how to tailor a dress?
I mean, he knows how to deal with a needle and thread. I wouldn't necessarily say that he's like a seamstress, though.
All right.
He's patched up the knees of my pants whenever I rip them in the shop, but that's about it, really.
Okay. All right. Well, we can talk more about this later, but I wanted to just run it by you and maybe get a list of starting materials or something so that I could have that. But yeah, you let me know.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just wanting to put together a cool cloak, I mean, I'm sure you could handle that mostly on your own, but if you want me to handle some tinkering on it or something, I'm down to try.
Okay. Anyway, maybe we should all get clothing updates. She looks at Foxbud. She goes, "Do you think you could build like a cool harness for Foxbud or something?"
And as you guys are discussing, Oliver comes back.
Okay.
And they say they have a clipboard in their hand now, and they flip through the page and they say, "Yeah, no, they have had a lot of cargo ships heading out of Southern Azure."
Yeah, we didn't go to Southern Azure, so I wasn't able to, see any warehouses or anything, but that could be, yeah.
Southern Azure is a large industrial city. It's really mostly just the poor that live there, the lower class. Nobles don't tend to, go there very often. it's probably lower security than Northern Azure. And they say, I think if we want to track down our warehouse, that's probably where we gotta look, because those ships made a beeline directly to Haven after leaving that port.
Let's drop off the troops, probably, yeah.
And they flip back to the top and they say, that's the best I got as far as leads.
She says, no, that's a good lead, yeah. I think that me and Cassandra and Helga will probably head out to these coordinates. Any of you are welcome to come and probably stay on the ship, you know? Or we can rendezvous somewhere else afterwards.
Oliver says, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it up to everyone how they want to handle this. I mean, this resistance isn't exactly organized.
Yeah, that's fair.
And they say, that's all I had for you, Lise.
Okay, quick thing. I tell Oliver about the thing that we heard between the Emperor and my mom.
And they say, your mother is working for the Oryn Empire?
Yeah, I guess so, huh? Yeah, so the elves, the elves decided that, now they were gonna come and be in a war, right? Yeah, great, huh? So fun and amazing and good of them to do,
They say, that's gonna complicate things.
She says,
all right.
I tried to talk some sense into her, and I have no idea if she listened or cares, so that may or may not have any effect on anything.
And they say, all right, we don't know what this means just yet, but I think the most important thing is keep this quiet. It's not going to be good for your mother or for you if this gets out.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care about her. So it's not like...
Yes, but the people do. They care about you. You're a legend, Lise. We can't have that muddying the waters.
Yeah, but she's a bitch. Listen, I told her to go home and stay there. So if she doesn't listen to me, that's on her, you know?
And they say, that's understandable. I suppose I do have one last question. Did you find anything while Oryn to drive that wedge between the army and the Templars?
Oh, I heavy pissed off Knight Commander. What was her name? Knight Commander Nyx Lumen?
Yes.
I heavy pissed her off. She hates me.
Yes, but they were kind of unified on that front.
There's a guy in the her commanding her. What the fuck was his name? I tell him about the guy I met on the train.
The guy?
I can't remember his name.
They say, sorry, a guy was... What do you mean?
Oh, fuck you.
You gotta tell me exactly what you tell them.
Whose name? What was his name? Does anyone else remember his name? Please tell me someone remembers his name. Listen, I'll go back through our old episodes and I'll look it up right now. Listen, he was like her right hand. He was like her whole, he was traveling with her and he was her, I don't know if he was her right hand or if he was just her right hand for the train ride. I don't remember it all exactly.
No, stop. You can't be fucking giving notes, chat.
Yes, they can.
No, they can't. Come on, guys.
Yes, they can. Yeah. Logan, that was his name. Thank you. Yeah, that was it. Logan.
Right, I'm giving you negative inspiration. I'm giving you I'm gonna I'm about to kill Merlin or something.
Oh my god. Oh, I did have it written down. I did just scroll past it very quickly.
Uh-huh.
No, I have Lord Commander. Anyway, yeah, his name was Logain, and he was super working against them. So,
they say, what do you, who's Logain, and what do you mean he's working against her?
he had a Bahal stone.
So he's a heretic?
But he was going to use it, I think, against them because he's not really with them. He said it was so long ago. God.
Oliver says, wait, you're saying like blackmail?
Yeah. Because when I found it, I thought, oh, great, this guy's a fucking heretic. I'm going to pop a cap at his ass, you know? But then I showed it to him, and he was like, no, I'm using it. I'm going to use it against them. And then he, like, helped me solve the murder and everything.
They say, that was a stain on the Templars when it happened. I mean, the entire Caliban branch of the Tyrian Templars were completely disavowed after that happened.
Yeah.
That would be a
should.
pretty serious accusation, especially if he can somehow get the Knight Commander accused.
Yeah, I mean, he was traveling with her, and he was like, yeah. So.
They say, that's good to know. Do you have anything on the Admiral? On the army?
Oh, fucking Will Sterling. She says he was there at the gala, and he was on the Emperor's ship as we passed him. I don't think I heard anything about him, though. He was just there.
Because we don't want to completely destroy just the Templars. That's a good start, but we also need something against the army as well.
Yeah, I can't remember immediately.
Okay.
I don't
Oliver's writing all this down on the clipboard, and they say, all right, that's a good first start.
You still have one spy left at the Cerulean Citadel, and she's kind of just there all by herself.
They say, yes, I'm aware of that. If you recall, she was the one that Merlin was supposed to check in with.
Yeah,
and then
but
he never did.
Yeah, and so she was like, what the hell is going on? And like, blah, blah, but yeah, so, maybe just send someone to talk to her or correspond with her.
We can't easily get people in to talk to her. It's not nearly that easy, Lise.
Oh, well, she gave Robin her report, actually, so I think Robin still has that.
Yeah, I'll grab that from Robin in a bit.
Okay. But yeah, other than that, I don't believe I learned anything. Yeah, I didn't learn anything about the Admiral. Nyx Lumen's a bitch, and she's out for my blood, which is fair. I'm out for her blood too. There's a trial going on with the gods, and it's not looking good for Tyr, so that's good. Asmodeus came and told me all about it.
They say, all right, that could also be good, maybe?
Yeah, fuck Tyr.
And they say, all right, and they kind of put their quill away, and they say, well, all right, I've got that all jotted down. I'm gonna see if I can find any additional leads. Maybe we can drive that wedge sooner than I thought. Especially with all this news about the Valever. I feel like an opportunity's forming, and we're gonna have to seize it the moment we have it.
Yeah. God, what should I do with these ones? Artemis, you take them.
Artemis says, oh, gladly.
Take them off my ship and never bring them back.
And with that, everybody kind of files off of the ship slowly, and two of those people are Robin and Fuse, who meet with you afterward and say, Robin says, well, I gotta take Fuse with me, you know. Crazy guy can't be left alone.
Yeah.
And I think Oliver needs me to help with more spy work, so I'm probably gonna go back to the usual missions.
Sounds good.
And she hugs you.
Yeah, I hug her back. And I'm like, again, if there's ever anything that you need,
And she
Just-
says,
say it.
I'm just thankful you got them out of that hell.
She's like, well, you helped. You were there too. It wasn't me alone.
And you guys say your goodbyes, and Merlin kind of rolls up and says, well, not how I pictured all of that going. But
I think if Lisa and Merlin have a moment alone, I think she just starts crying. She gives him a hug, and she's like, "You stupid old man! I disappeared for 5 years, and you go and get yourself arrested, and in the biggest security prison in the world, and I have to come save you, and you almost died."
and he says, well, we can't all be quite as amazing as you, Lise.
Shut the hell up! Shut the hell up! She says, "Don't you ever do that again, Merlin. I'll
He
kill you
says-
myself."
He says, oh, you know me, Lise. No promises.
She starts crying even harder.
He hugs you.
Yeah, I give him a hug.
And he says, but now that we've got you back, we've pretty much already won.
She says, "Shut the hell up." Also, I'm assuming that I told him, like, everything that happened, right? Like, he hasn't asked where we were for 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, we can kind of fucking fast forward through you catching everyone up. There's so many people to catch up that I don't want to
Yeah.
fucking reiterate the same shit over and over and over again.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, no, he's well aware of everything that happened.
I just
And
want
he
to say,
says, he does
well,
say, well, I'm just glad you got a real decent nap before all of this.
she's like, I didn't. No time passed for me at all. I was in the midst of battle, and then I was still in the midst of battle.
He says, well, yes, because you were napping for 5 years. About time you woke up.
She says, Artemis asked me to, if I could help it, not to kill Varric. And she says, I would ask your opinion on the matter.
He
Knew him as
doesn't
well.
say anything right away. And he says, we were friends for a very long time. He looks young, but he's older than me.
He's an elf. He's a full elf. We're only half elves.
And he says, this has been going on for a very long time, Lise. Well before we even knew you.
Right.
Varric was slipping for a long, long time. He had sort of an existential crisis. Varric's never been good at relying on people. I think he's behaving strangely, though. Because he must truly, truly believe that whatever he's doing is the only possible way that everyone's going to survive, but it sounds like he's putting all of his faith in someone else.
Right, which is,
Unlike him.
yes.
I think something's deeply wrong with him, Lise. So, while I would reiterate the same sentiment, I do think he would make a powerful ally, and if there's any way to avoid it, I would prefer that he didn't die. And that's not just because I'm biased. I was friends with him for a very long time, but I worry that if he dies, information on whatever he's planning dies with him.
She nods. And she says, even after he killed Quinn.
He sighs and says, I never said I would forgive him.
Right. She kind of sighs and is like, all right.
I think everything here, the war, everything we're dealing with right now, the fact that Varric isn't even concerned with it, the fact that Varric has completely separated himself from the equation, that speaks to me that he's scared of something bigger. That he's planning something bigger.
When I spoke to him, all he was talking about was using Bedlam to stop Oryn. But then he trapped us in time for 5 years, and I mean, Oryn hasn't won, but, you know, they took Caliban. So
I think Varric is very good at speaking to people's wants and desires.
Mhm.
I have no doubt that whatever he's planning may destroy Oryn, but I don't know
probably-
that that's the end of it.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm worried about. It's like, sure, maybe it'll destroy Oryn, and maybe it'll destroy the rest of the world too, you know?
Yes and no. I'm saying that he plays his cards very close to his chest. There has to be things he's not telling us.
Oh, for sure. He hates us. Are you kidding? Absolutely. I don't go telling
I
him
don't think he hates us.
Well, he probably hates me.
I don't even think he hates you, Lise.
No, I kind of hate him.
Varric isn't driven by hate. Varric is driven by what he believes is right. He's driven purely by reason. Whatever he's doing, he's fully convinced that it's the right path. He has thought about every other path. He's going to accomplish what he wants to accomplish if it kills him. What I'm saying is we need to find out what that is. We need to find out why he wants to accomplish it so bad.
All right. She says, I love you all more than I hate him. So for you, I will do this, though it will not be easy. She says, if it is within my power, he will not die by my hand.
He says, I appreciate that, but to be clear, if it comes down to you and him, I'm not going to blame you for killing him.
I'm gonna save my life. Yeah. But I won't, you know. Yeah. All right.
And he says, I wish I could tell you some magic words that you could say to get through to him, but I don't think it's going to be that easy.
That's all right.
Something deeper is going on here. I don't think we're going to be able to convince him out of this.
That's all right. I learned something back there that I think possibly could come in handy, so.
He says, oh?
She just smiles at him.
Says, are you keeping a strange thing to keep secrets from me on, Lise? One of
says,
my
"Oh."
old best friends?
Oh, she says, oh, no. It's not like information. It's just, don't worry about it.
I don't even know what you're referring to. Lise is just being cryptic for the sake of being cryptic.
Yeah.
She's like being, I know things.
She's just fucking with Merlin at this point.
And he says, All right. Well, I need to get back to the ship, but
Right.
I'll be in touch.
She says, "Don't die, or I'll kill you."
Says, well, I won't have to worry about that if I die fast enough. Now will I?
She says, "If she's Merlin," she gets really close to him.
And he starts rolling out of the room.
No, she follows after him. She says, "Merlin, if you die, I will go to whatever hell you are taken to, and I will kill you again."
He says, I don't know, Lise. I think I'm faster than you.
What?
And he rolls onto the other ship, crossing the gangplank.
She's like, "That crazy old man."
And it is now just, do you want to say specific goodbyes to anyone else? Or do you just want to say like general goodbyes and hugs and everything to everyone else?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. With that, everyone else is cleared off the ship, and it's just you, Cassandra, and Helga, and Foxbud.
I clap my hands and I'm like, "All right, ladies, listen up." I hold up the letter that Oliver gave me, and I'm like, "We got coordinates to go to. Lexi is potentially there, and it also could be a trap, so let's go."
And once you guys depart from the Scarlet Shark, Bedlam appears. He
Damn,
sticks
he's been
his
gone.
head. He sticks his head through a knot in one of the wood planks, and he says, "Oh my goodness, Lise! That was the most amazing show I've ever seen!"
Oh, I forgot to ask you, Bedlam. While we were back at the gala, did anybody there have your brand?
They did not.
Not even the Emperor or any of them?
I don't believe so. I couldn't see through anyone's eyes, so usually that means it's not there, but perhaps it's hidden somewhere and it's a new kind.
Well, don't say that.
Do you think he might have a Bedlam tramp stamp?
That would be so fucking funny. At least, like, starts laughing. Like, she's like, "All right, that would be very funny, actually."
And he says, see, Lise, by the way, I'm getting really good at reading social cues. I wanted so badly to congratulate you on all of that right after it happened, but oh my god, I had to hold back because everyone was being so sad.
Yeah, people died, Bedlam.
Well, that happens all the time. You at least minimized the death.
Okay, I'm not having this conversation with you right now.
Look, you think I'm happy that people died? No! But you still did the unthinkable. You broke our Azure Maximum Security.
Yeah. Now, yeah. And for everybody who told me I shouldn't do that, fuck them. I did it anyway.
This is why you're so fun to watch, Lise. I never know what you're going to do next. I could have never predicted the most secure prison in all of Ameris would be broken, and I would have front row seats to watch.
She says, "Well, next I'm gonna go to these coordinates, so..."
I hope Lexi's not dead.
Yeah, whoa, okay. Me too. Whoa, that was kind of a...
She's been
all
missing
right.
for years now.
Well, yeah, but, you know.
Why wouldn't she sign it if it was from her?
I don't know. Kind of a lot of people are looking for her, right?
I suppose so, yes.
And, we've been gone for 5 years. We've also been missing. So, I don't know. Look,
Well, I was saying I'm hoping she's not dead.
I also hope that she's not dead.
I give her a clean 55% chance. Perhaps
right.
45.
All right. Anyway.
Hang on, let me carry the 2. And he pulls out like one of those accounting like calculators that has like the receipt coming out of it, and he's like punching into that, and then like he pulls out another one, and like it grows into like this giant like board of like different tabulators that he's calculating. He says, "Oh don't know. She might be dead.
Yeah, and she says, all right. She just like, she walks through him to like dismiss him.
Lise! And there's a U-shaped hole in him, and he says, that's my chest, Lise!
She does not turn back around.
And like his heart falls out, and it's like still beating. It's like split down the middle, black and white.
Ew.
He says, quick, Vile, put it back in, Lord Lad. And Vile like grabs it and throws it off the ship, and he's like, wrong direction, lad! Quick, Smile! And Smile comes out with his big mallet and thunk, knocks him off the ship in the direction of the heart, and he's like, I need my heart back!
All right.
Smile and Vile both salute you and then jump into the water.
Great. I turn to Cassandra and I'm like, do you think it's from Lexi? Or do you think it's a trap? Or both? Probably both.
She says, I don't know. I really hope it's from her.
Me too. Helga, do you know Lexi? You both worked for Lockjaw.
She says,
I think so. She was one with bad teeth, yes.
Yeah, she's got better teeth now.
Oh, teeth upgrade.
Yeah, we paid for a teeth upgrade for her.
That is the power of friendship. So she learned better friendship.
Yes, truly. Truly. I look at Cassandra and I'm like, you're the navigator, right? Where are these coordinates, do you think, on a map? If you had to guess.
she says, I would think that would place them north of No Man's Land, but now Frontier Harbor.
North of? All right. Is it kind of in the middle of nowhere, or it's like
In the middle of nowhere.
All right. Well, let's go. We're already kind of near there, right?
It's about a day's trip. You guys sail out, and
We all get a long rest.
yes. But yeah, healing the Shifting Tempest along the way whenever you can.
Yeah.
And you find yourself north of Frontier Harbor.
Can we have found like an Oryn fishing boat or something along the way that Tempest can eat or something?
You do find a lot of civilian ships sailing around.
No.
You're gonna eat some poor fisherman's boat.
I can't eat civilians.
And you sail out there, and there's nothing out here. No ships for miles. And it's just open sea. You kind of just... Go ahead.
Sorry, before we get here, I want to touch the Mind Meltstone and just thank Soft Taco and Crunchwrap for their help.
You hear back,
Baby, happy.
New toy?
Baby, toy.
Yes. Good. This is like good. Okay. Love you.
If require assistance, destroy Oryn. I assist.
Aw. She says, I will keep that in mind. Thank you.
and you continue on your voyage.
Yes. Okay. Sorry. I had to get that out of the way.
Sure.
Okay, so we're in the middle of nowhere.
You're in the middle of nowhere. And you find yourself out in the middle of the ocean, no ships for miles. And you are out here for what feels like hours, and you don't see anything. And after a while, Cassandra says, I don't know what we're looking for.
It just starts going, Lexi!
You call out, Lexi! And it echoes back, Lexi, Lexi, Lexi. There's just no sign of anyone out here. And you kind of just drift lazily for a while. And eventually, you do see something, but it's not a ship. It looks like a raft. A little raft out in the middle of nowhere. And
He's immediately suspicious.
you see a person on that raft. And it's hard to make out who it is. Like, if they're Oryn, if they're a civilian, if they're anyone you recognize, if it's... Really, you can't get any distinguishing features. It's so far away.
Okay. I'm right in the ship, like, raft, question mark?
You convey in the notes the direction to move in. And as you approach that raft, you see the person in the raft, on the raft rather, seems to notice you and starts waving their hands above their head, trying to get your attention.
Okay. Are they, how far away would you say that they are?
Oh, hundreds of feet.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
very far. But you squint,
Can I
and you
take
realize-
Cassandra's telescope?
you take her
Telescope?
it's not a telescope,
No.
it's a, I forget the name for it, but like the
Yeah.
fucking,
Yeah.
the pirates,
fine.
the spyglass. You take the spyglass and you look through and you see that's Lexi.
What the hell is she doing on a raft? Yeah, I'm like, Tempest! To the raft!
You begin sailing toward Lexi in this raft.
I shout her name again.
You shout her name, and as you get closer, she, like, you're getting closer and closer. You're like only a few hundred feet away, and then like, you know, only 500 feet away, 400 feet away. She actually starts gesturing you to slow down.
Okay, I'm like, slow down, slow down.
The Shifting Tempest tightens its lines and takes some wind out of the sails. Your ship slows, and that's when it happens.
Oh no, wait, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have just listened to this random, like, person I saw. This could very potentially be, like, a trap to eat my ship and, like...
The raft begins to rise.
I knew it. I knew it.
And water begins to bubble out from the raft in a massive dome. And this raft climbs higher and higher into the sky. And she is essentially ascending high above your ship. And the water is washing away. Underneath that raft is a massive seaweed-covered, ancient-looking vessel.
Is it the Flying Dutchman?
And along the back of the helm, you can see the words printed, "The Dreadnought."
Oh God, that's cooler, in my opinion.
And you see a familiar face standing on the port bow.
Uh-huh.
Wait for it.
No, am I gonna cry?
Well, now. Howdy, partners. Permission to come aboard granted.
Flint?
And Flint Westplane stands triumphantly on the port bow of the Dreadnought, with his cowboy poncho, or his cattle lad poncho, his large snakeskin boots, fists planted on his hips, and he beckons you to come aboard.
You're a pirate? What happened to being a cattle lad?
He walks over and tosses a rope to you.
Yeah, I think me and Cassandra, well, and Helga, probably Helga and Cassandra, start like tying the ships, so that they can board.
And you begin, you place the gangplank and begin to board the Dreadnought. And sure enough, you see Flint and Lexi climbs down from the crow's nest.
I throw my arms around Lexi.
Lexi hugs you back, and you also see some other familiar faces.
Oh.
You hear, "Oh my god, bitch, you're back!" As
Hold on.
Stacy and Becky come running to hug you as well.
First of all, did you guys graduate college?
And you see one more familiar face on the deck.
Okay.
Avast, ye landlubbers! Welcome aboard the Dreadnought! As you see a massive pirate woman with a tricorn hat, you see Jay from all those years ago.
I point at her and I'm like, Cassandra!
And Cassandra runs up to hug Jay. And
I think Lise just hugs like everybody. She just starts hugging.
and then I started blasting.
And then I started blasting.
And everybody is celebrating seeing you all again. General sentiment of, we thought you were dead. We thought you were gone all these years.
Yeah, Lisa's like, sorry, chronomancy sucks.
And then...
yeah. Well, she says, oh, this is the Shifting Tempest, by the way.
Flint says, well, now, partner, I'm happy to be seeing you, and I'm sure the rest of us are too, but there's someone you really ought to meet in the captain's quarters.
Oh, I thought you were the captain.
And Lexi says, hey, governor, you're going to want to go to the captain's quarters?
No. I look at Helga and I go, I forgot that the teeth came with a price.
And you see the captain's quarters are toward the back of this ship.
I'm like, all right, you're just going to make it really weird and ominous. I got to go in there by myself. Okay, I guess me and Foxbud walk over.
You begin walking toward the captain's cabin.
Oh,
And that's when the door opens.
Okay.
The door opens, and you see one final familiar face. Familiar face that you have not seen in a while. Not just 5 years, but for most of your life. Kunk! A peg leg plants itself on the deck. Punk! A large boot next to it. Wearing these large leather cloak and a large tricorn hat, long scruffy red hair. Lise DeForest, you see your father, August DeForest.
A father?